Welcome to Baker High Wildcats football. And now, Baker High Wildcats football.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Memorial Stadium, downtown McClinney, Florida. I'm Mike Cruz, joined as always by my co-host, Kyle Davis, and we're set to bring you all the action 2024 Baker County Wildcat football. The Wildcats of Baker County back home tonight after a couple of weeks, 1 week off and 1 week on the road last week at First Coast. Big win for the Wildcats on the road. Improved our record to 2 wins and 1 loss on the season. The Wildcats come back to Memorial Stadium tonight in what would have been the 5th game of the year, but that week, 2 weeks ago, we had the game against Ponte Vedra canceled or postponed to later in the season. So the Wildcats sit here 2-1 with a little momentum, a couple of wins in a row, getting ready to take on the Baldwin Indians from just up the road, just up US 90, about 10 miles away. Baldwin comes in tonight's ball game, a 2-2 record. They've got 1 win against Inglewood, 1 win against Kip Bold City, and then they lost to Palatka. And last week, a shutout loss at Baldwin, 22-0 to Union County. The Tigers rolled in there, and I was talking to some of my Baldwin cohorts on the sideline earlier tonight, Kyle, and they were telling me they got Union County tonight, then they got Union County last week, Baker County tonight, and they go to Bowles next week. So he wasn't really happy about their 3-game stretch.
That's a tough stretch, man. Baldwin's 2-2, but they got a quarterback that throws it around the yard, I think. I think your defensive secondary is going to have a lot of opportunities tonight. This Gage Cruz kid is 10 touchdowns, no interceptions, and already threw for like 800 yards now.
Yeah, he had a brother that played over at Baldwin a couple of years ago, went on to play somewhere in college. I can't remember exactly where, but he actually was another good quarterback they had a couple of years ago. So it's going to be an interesting test to see what we've got. Baldwin 2-2 on the year, the Wildcats 2-1, trying to keep our momentum, Kyle, because guess what? After tonight, the Wildcats go on a 4-game road stretch, and some of those are a little bit long trips, and then we've got a couple of district games mixed in. So it's time for the Wildcats now, as you know, like I said, this would have been the middle part of the season, the midway point, so to speak, and you want to be clicking on all cylinders heading into the second half because the Wildcats' schedule this year is back-end loaded. We play all the district games in the second half of the year. Tonight's game, not a district game, but it'll be a tune-up and a test as the Wildcats get ready to go play some district ball games.
Yeah, well, I hope you got our helicopter ready tonight. We got a lot of miles. We got a lot of miles coming up in the next 4 weeks, but yeah, I think we need to come out tonight. And like I still think we're still trying to establish our identity on offense and see if we can get something going tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Wildcats last week didn't take long to get going. We had a 21-0 lead in the first quarter of that game last week on the road at First Coast. Then, you know, things kind of settled down, and there wasn't a lot of scoring, and the Wildcats were able to score late in the ball game to open up the big margin that we had at the close. But talking to Coach Mays tonight, Kyle, he wants to see offensive continuity throughout the game, see if we can sustain drives in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. You want to see that throughout the ball game. But what we really got to talk about, Kyle, is the play that he's getting from that defense, and the defense has been lights out all season long. You know, Bradford is 4-0 on the year, and last week you and I listened as they took down Mandarin, who's one of the highest-ranked teams in the area. And, listen, I get it. It was the first game of the year, but our defense held that Bradford team to 13, and we were in a ball game that Wildcats had some opportunities. Now, Bradford obviously is going places. We got a chance, too, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. The defense flies around, makes plays. They've kept this team in ball games all year long. I mean, as of right now, they're leading this team. But we'll see. We're about to get ready for the coin toss here, and the teams are about to come out. So ready for a good night of exciting Wildcat football.
Tyreek Bertrand and Cale Cruz, number 3 and number 22, the captains tonight for the Wildcats. Kyle, the Wildcats wearing all red tonight. Red pants with the red jersey, trimmed in white numerals with the white helmet. Baldwin, on the other side, they're going to be all white. White pants with the white jerseys trimmed in red numerals. And it'll be exciting. But we've got the national anthem. We're going to take the national anthem. We'll take about a 3 or 4 minute break here while we get the national anthem and the opening prayer. And we'll come back to get you all set for kickoff here. The Wildcats and Baldwin doing battle. Homecoming 2024 We'll be back in just a few minutes here on WFBB.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen, St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat. Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
And we welcome you back here to Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny, Florida. Site of tonight's matchup, the Baldwin Indians traveling to Baker County tonight to take on the Wildcats here at home. And Kyle, one thing didn't even talk about is homecoming.
It is.
A lot of coaches will tell you, man, worst week of the year for a coach.
Yeah, a lot of distractions, like floats and parades and everything else, Mike. So we'll see if these Wildcats come out focused tonight.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, here's the thing. You get a parade last night. You got guys that are on the team that are escorting different, queen candidates, I guess you would call it. So it's one of those distraction weeks. And when you're a kid in high school, man, it's fun stuff, right? I mean, it's fun. The kids are having fun, but you got a game to play. So we'll see how that translates tonight.
Yeah, Davion Dean, Mike. We ain't talked about that neither. He's going to have to go through. I talked to his daddy the day before yesterday. He knee surgery again, having to shut it down for the rest of the year, maybe be back for the playoffs. They're hoping it's not an ACL. I don't think they really know yet, but I hate that for the kid, man.
Yeah, I saw Davion down before the field on the game down there, and he looked like he was really wanting to suit up and play tonight. So we hate that for him, and hate that for the Cats, and for Davion. But
it's a huge loss.
Wish him nothing but the best as he comes back from that, because he will. He'll come back from that.
Absolutely.
Coin toss getting underway there at the center of the field. Tyreek Bertrand and Cale Cruz, the captains tonight for the Wildcats. We mentioned that. And Baldwin down in the east end zone getting ready to run out onto the field. The Wildcats getting ready to run out of our end zone. And it's a beautiful night for football here tonight, probably in the low 80s right now with a little bit of a breeze coming from the northeast. And just a beautiful night for football here in downtown McClenny. And Kyle, it's one of those nights where there's going to be a packed crowd. You just don't know if there'll be a packed crowd in the second half.
Yeah, they're all coming for homecoming. We hope maybe it's a blowout. Maybe they're leaving because we're winning so big, man.
Maybe so. The Wildcats lost the toss. Baldwin wins the toss. They've deferred to the second half. So Baldwin is going to give the ball to the Wildcats to start the football game. Baldwin will go on defense, and the Wildcats will move left to right across your radio dial. I got a chance to talk to my nephew, Hudson Register, down there before the ball game, and he's excited. He said last week was fun. You know, I told him he threw some beautiful passes in that game last week, and he was excited. Looked like he was ready to go tonight. And Kyle Baldwin, the opening of hunting season around here, they've got a sign that says it's Wildcat hunting season, so I don't know if that's allowed.
Well, I don't know. It looks like the Baldwin Indians are hunting some Wildcats tonight, though, so we'll see if our guys come out fired up.
Yeah, I know there's some deer season, and I know bear season, maybe turkey season. I don't know if they allow wildcat hunting around here. We'll have to see how that plays out for Baldwin tonight. 2-2 on the year, though. I mentioned they did get a win against Inglewood, and they got another win, so Baldwin would love nothing more than to come out here and stun the Wildcats here tonight. But the Cats are looking for bigger things, Kyle. They're looking for just momentum and keeping this train rolling right now, because after that loss to Bradford, the Cats have looked really good, really impressive in their wins as we've moved on. But things are going to get tougher. You know, next week is Tallahassee. Got to be on the road. We got lots of time to talk about that later on tonight. But let's get set for this ball game. Cats are going to get the ball first, move left to right. What do you want to see from the offense to start this thing?
Let's try to keep going what we started last week. And I think we've come out in the first quarter, and I think Coach Mays come out and said it himself. It was probably the best quarter we played all year defensively and offensively. I think you got to get off to a fast start. It's a big deal. And let's see if they come out focused. Like you said, it's homecoming week, so a lot of distractions. So coming out focused is going to be a big deal tonight.
You can go up and down this roster, and I can name for you a bunch of guys that caught passes in the first half of that game last week. Of course, we got steady running from Kanias Williams and from Keyshawn Kennedy, but the Cats had guys, I'm telling you, Chase Phillips, Rhett Roden, a number of guys, Hudson Hodges, you know, Nick Williams, and there were more that caught passes in that game last week. And so spreading it out a little bit offensively, showing the passing game somewhat, I like to see that, you know, to mix that in with your run, show a little balanced attack.
Yeah, it's good not to have to, you don't want to have to ever want another team keying on one person or two guys, man. You want multiple people to be able to make plays.
High short kick for Baldwin is going to be basically a fair catch as the Wildcats down it right there at the 39-yard line. So the offense is going to get good field position to start the game. Close to midfield, 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. The Wildcats will open up with 4-receiver formation here. 2 receivers to the left, 1, 2 to the right. Now Chase Phillips shifts over to the right side to give it a heavy look. 3 receivers to the right side. No backs in the backfield. 3 on the play clock. Got to hurry. Hudson Register calls for the snap, and it's going to be a delay. Maybe. No. Hudson keeps it himself, running straight ahead. They got it off just in the nick of time, and he runs it out to the 44-yard line for a gain of 5 and loses his helmet on the play.
Yep. Looked like a lot of confusion there, Mike. I mean, for the first play running, I don't understand what we're doing there. We're motioning people to one side of the field to the other side of the field, and the play clock about ran out.
Register lost his helmet, so he's got to come out for one play, but after all that, they spread them out 5 wide, and Register ran it straight up the gut. So 2nd down and 5 after that first down 5-yard gain. Now the Wildcats will just go to a Wildcat with Chase Phillips back there. Chase Phillips going to hand it to Williams, and the running backs collided in the backfield. Flag down on the play. Kanias Williams runs it for a first down out the midfield, but I think that flag is going to bring this one back.
It looked like we tackled 65 right there. A big old boy for the Baldwin Indians and nose guard.
You're right about the confusion. You know, on the first play there was confusion. That time the 2 backs collided in the backfield before Williams could get the handoff. So Wildcats got to work that out here tonight, and now a penalty is going to negate a first down.
Well, it didn't help your quarterback gets his helmet knocked off after good out for a play.
That didn't help at all, did it? It's a huge penalty here, a 15-yarder. Was that a chop block?
That's not a chop block.
Oh, my goodness. It goes all the way back to the 29. We started at the 39, so take away the 5-yard gain for a Register, and now 10 more yards on top of that, so you're at 2nd down and 20, so behind the chains here early after a positive start on first down, 15-yarder here just underway. Register in the shotgun, takes the snap, going to give it off to Williams. No, this is Kennedy on the carry. Keyshawn Kennedy's got a good gain, and he's out across the 40, about to the 45-yard line. And he's going to get the Wildcats in a 3rd and short situation here. 16-yard gain there for Kennedy, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 4.
That's what you want to do, Mike, on 2nd and long. Give yourself a chance to make the 3rd down. You know what I mean? Get it close enough with the chains where you got a chance to convert on 3rd down.
3rd down and 4 from the 45-yard line. Wildcats have a chance here, probably go with a hard count, and they jump right there hard count gets the 5 yards, and that's all you need.
Great call, Mike. He's like he was in the head down there. I'm impressed.
Well,
3rd and 4, hard count. Pretty simple football, huh?
Kyle, this is not my first rodeo.
No, you're 30 years in the making.
Close to it, but not 28. 28, yeah, 28. Don't make me older than I am tonight. Kyle, 10:45 to go, first quarter, homecoming night here at Memorial Stadium in McClenny, and the Wildcats driving to start with. Good first down that time. Hudson Register is going to fake the sweep to Chase Phillips, and Register is going to keep it himself, and he's going to get 12 yards and a late hit on top of it, so now we're going to get a 15-yarder.
No, that's going to be on them, I think, Mike.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're going to get a 15. I think it might be targeting. They may call targeting on us.
Yeah, he came in and
they come in with the spirit of helmet right there.
Yeah, he came in and hit Hudson as he was on the ground. You can't do that. That was right in the middle of the field, too, Kyle, and everybody saw it, you know. If you're going to hit somebody late, do it where nobody's looking.
Yeah, he didn't try to hide that one.
No, that was a good game for Register. He got 11 yards on the play, another Wildcat first down, and then 15 on top of it. It's going to put us in business. 1st and 10 from the Baldwin 23. First possession of the ball game. Wildcats moving left to right on the radio dial. This time, Register going to fake the sweep again, and this time Baldwin was ready for it and going to stop him for no gain.
Yep, same play. They run Phillips in motion, fake the jet sweep, and then Register keeps it up the middle for what? No gain up?
Yeah, it was no gain. I was thinking they were going to come back to that and hand it to Phillips that time, but Register kept it. Baldwin was ready that time. They had 3 guys in the middle waiting. 5 receivers set here again, actually 4 receivers, and Kanias Williams to the left of the quarterback. Register, straight drop, looking to throw. He's got a receiver across the middle, and he just overthrew him. He had Rhett Roden coming through the seam there, and it would have been a touchdown if he gets that pass in there, but he just sailed it just a little bit. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know if he rushed that a little bit with pressure. I was talking to Brock Kennedy earlier in the week, and with his offensive line, he was worried about some of the big dudes that Baldwin's got, man, on the defensive line. And they absolutely got some big dudes down there.
Mm-hmm. They got some big guys, but Register had time that time. He just needed to settle down, set his feet, throw that pass in there, looking for Rhett Roden on the little slant pass. This time he's going toward the end zone over there, and it's going to be high, and I'm not sure if he knew which guy he was throwing to. The Wildcats had 2 receivers over there, and he threw it in between the 2. Hudson Hodges was one of them, and the ball falls incomplete. Robert Chick was the other receiver on that side. He caught a couple of passes last week, but now the drive stalls. We were looking good. We got down to the 23. The drive stalls right there, so this is going to be a 40-yard field goal right down the middle, and our guy, Brock Boatwright, is on the field. Register's got the hold. It is down, and Boatwright has kicked it, and it is good. Mr. Automatic, Mac. He had that one into the wind, Kyle. The wind's coming from that direction, and that was 40 yards, and it might have been good from 41, but it didn't get there by much, but it was into the wind, but a great kick.
Yeah, we talk about Boatwright all year. He's been nothing but special all year for this team.
And he comes through, you know. He comes through when they need him. They needed 3 points on the board right there. The drive was good enough right there. It wasn't a long drive, but it was a good enough drive with first downs and some positive momentum. And you had a couple of incompletions there to end it. You wanted to come out of that with some confidence and build on that, so it's good to get the 3 points on the board.
Yeah, always want points on your first drive. It looked like on that 3rd down play we had receivers running to the same area. I don't know if that was a miscommunication or what.
Yes, Kyle, I always question when a coach gives up the opportunity to get the points on the drive, you know, especially when it's 4th and more than 2 or 3, you know.
If you got a boat ride, I really question. I mean, take the points.
Take the points. Brock Boatwright good from 40 yards directly down the middle of the field, and he's just going to pooch one down there now. Baldwin's going to pick it up at the 25 and take it out to the 35. He just tried to pooch that in the middle there where nobody was at.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen that all year, Mike.
I haven't seen that either. So we'll see Baldwin on offense for the first time tonight, Kyle, and we'll see what type of offense they want to line up against this Wildcat front. I tell you, we've been nothing short of impressed with the job these guys have done. Across the front line, Owen Hodges and Phillip Jackson have really just ruled the day. Seth Chestnut, Case Foster, those guys coming in from the back, Chase Phillips, and these guys have just they've just been playing lights-out defensive football this year. Cale Cruz, another one.
Yeah, they're really going to get tested tonight. I think Baldwin's going to want to throw the football tonight, and this quarterback, like I said, the pregame, he's got 10 touchdowns, no interceptions, already threw for 800 yards. We're going to have it. We're going to see what we can do in the secondary tonight.
Number 9, Gage Screws is the quarterback. Not Cruz, Screws. He had a brother that was over there a couple of years ago, and I got to remember his name. He was a good quarterback. Screws in the shotgun now. He's got one back in the backfield, 2 receivers set here. From the 35-yard line, Baldwin with the football and a flag down before the play starts, and Baldwin's going to lose 5 before they even get started. All start. Kyle, at night in Baker County, I saw all the young ladies down here dressed up in their homecoming attire, getting ready to crown a homecoming queen for Baker County this year. Seems a little early in the year to me, the 5th game of the year, but it is what it is. It's a toss sweep to the right side. The Wildcats are going to defend that fairly well, and he's only going to pick up about 3 yards. Philip Jackson was in the backfield talking to one of the linemen over there, and I don't know what he said. We probably don't want to know what he just told him because he was getting off the top of him, and I think it was probably wasn't good what he was telling him. I don't think so. 2nd down and 12 now. Baldwin, little toss sweep there on the first play. Let's see what they do now. They're going to line up 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. The back is Jacobs along with Screws. Screws in the gun, takes the snap, rolls to his left. Right-handed quarterback throwing against his body, makes the completion, but a tackle right away by Seth Chestnut, who's there, and he might have gotten 2 yards. A flag is down in the backfield. 2 flags. That was Owen Hodges all over that play, too, man. I don't know what the flag is here, but holding. It's holding against the offense, and they're asking Coach Mays if he wants to decline it or if he wants the penalty. So let's see what Coach Mays decides. It's holding, and it looks like they're going to mark it off, so
I think I might decline that.
I mean, I definitely would decline that. Make it 3rd and 10. They only picked up 2 yards on the completed pass. So
yeah, he's moving it back.
Yeah,
he declined it.
They marked it off before he even had a chance to signal it. But
they declined it.
Yeah, in most cases.
Yeah, they're walking it back now.
Yeah, in most cases, you get that call from the sideline, but he went over and talked to Coach Mays about it, so they might have had a little confusion. But either way, decline penalty makes it 3rd down and 11.
Big play for this defense right here at the early going of this game. Let's see if we can get off the field on 3rd down.
Yeah, you want to get off the field here. 8:46 to go first quarter. Wildcats with a 3-0 lead. 5 receivers set now for Baldwin. Screws in the shotgun, looking like he's running a little hard count, trying to get the Wildcats to bite. They don't. So now they'll set it up. 9 on the play clock. Screws in the gun. Takes the snap. Looking down the field. He's under pressure. Has to flush out. Rolls to his right. Looking deep down the field. Now he's going to get sacked. The Wildcats all over that, and they had coverage down the field. He had nobody to throw it to. Seth Chestnut, Owen Hodges again.
Yep. Great cover. That was a coverage shot, Matt. Nobody was open. Nowhere to go with the football. Great play by Chestnut and Owen Hodges right there, man.
4-yard loss on the play makes it a 4th down and 16. His brother's name was Gavin. Gavin Screws. I appreciate my good friends out there for helping me out, remembering that name. Yeah. I tell you what, you got to have some friends along the way to help you along, Kyle. And I don't know if I'd have remembered that, but I remember he was a good quarterback.
You're getting old, Matt.
High punt's going to be fielded by Chase Phillips right there at the 41-yard line. And I guess his knee touched the ground. He spun out of the tackle, but his knee hit the ground. They're going to take it 1st and 10 from the 41. Kyle, you and I speaking of good friends, my buddy Jamie Rogers over there at Bradford, 4-0 on the year. That game last week, we were listening to it. Our game got over early against First Coast. We started early over there, and we got a chance to listen to that ball game over there. Must have been a great environment over at Bradford last week with Mandarin there. Mandarin's one of those. I don't know how you read these power polls anymore, but obviously one of the higher rated teams in Jacksonville, and they've got some players going places. And Bradford to get that win against Mandarin, I know they got their sights set on some big things.
There's no doubt that was a huge win for the Bradford County Tornadoes and Coach Jamie Rogers last week. Huge win,
no doubt about it. 1st down and 10, pass to the right side, caught by Chase Phillips. Good block there by Hodges, but he blocked him right in the Phillips.
Yeah, it didn't go nowhere, Mike, but I like the call. We talked about it last week. Let's try to get the ball in Phillips' hands. He's the fastest guy on the field. We got to find a way to get him the football more than what we've been doing.
Yeah, I like the call too. He's got to get that block. Hudson Hodges had him blocked, but then he kind of let him go, and he got right back into Phillips. So
You know that Mandarin team's got IMG tonight.
oh, is that right?
We'll see what happens there.
I got to check and see where Bradford is. Maybe they're off this week. 2nd down, 11. Register in the shotgun. Straight drop. Wildcat's going to throw. Register scrambles to his right, looking downfield, looking for a man. He fires off his back foot, and he's got a man down there at Phillips, but he just can't quite connect. He's kind of led him a little too far there. You know, Hudson didn't know this because he couldn't see behind him, but if he was able to see out of the back of his head right there, Kyle, he had time to set his feet, but instead he threw that ball on the run. So throwing it on the run, he tried to get enough on it to get it down there to Phillips, but he just couldn't quite get enough on that pass.
Yeah, he did. He was, again, a little bit of pressure. He'll learn. He's a junior, but he's still going to learn. He can't play quarterback much, Matt. Take off. You know what I mean? Take off.
3rd down play. The Wildcats going to run a little screen. They get it to Chase Phillips, and Phillips has got some running room. I'm sorry, that's Keyshawn Kennedy with the carry. And Keyshawn Kennedy takes the screen pass and comes out of the backfield and takes it into Baldwin territory down to the 41-yard line. And a good gain that time, and you like that screen pass there.
Yep, great call by Coach Mays right there. 3rd and long, called a screen. Everybody should be looking for it. They wasn't looking for it, Mike, and it picks up a big game.
1st down and 10. Register in the shotgun. Got Kanias Williams in the backfield. Williams going to get the carry straight ahead. No, Register pulls it, and Register's got green grass. 25-20. Register 15-10, 5 touchdown, but it's going to come back. Flags down behind him. Register faked out everybody on the field, including me that time. I thought Kanias Williams had the carry, but that 41-yard run is going to come back.
Yeah, that's a great play fake by Register right there to keep the ball. He runs 41 yards down the sideline. And you hate when the referees, I mean, you can call holding almost every play, Mike. I mean, you call back a long touchdown right there, it's deflating, man.
Well, the white hat threw it late, and so I don't like when you see it late, but the side judge threw it too. So two penalties probably means the holding was legit. What you think?
Yeah, probably. But, I mean, I didn't see it. Did you see it?
I mean, I was watching. Well,
you was watching.
I was watching Kanias Williams. I had to catch up to that one late, honestly. I won't lie. Sometimes his own read will catch you.
Yeah.
And Hudson does a good job with it. 1st down and 20 now for the Cats. Kanias will carry this one, and Baldwin's defense is ready for him.
Yeah.
As he gets to the middle, a 1-yard gain down to the 49.
That's what Brock Kennedy was worried about this week, Mike. Is that's a big defensive front. We were blocking them up. It's going to be a big task for the Wildcats tonight.
1-yard gain. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cats on the board, 3-0. Brock Boatwright kicked a 40-yard field goal into the wind on our first drive of the game. This is the Wildcats' second possession. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, or reverse that. Register, straight drop, looking down the middle. He's got Rhett Roden coming free. He makes the catch. Rhett Roden over the shoulder catch inside the 20, and he's all the way to the goal line. They'll mark him at the 1-yard line.
A great throw by Register right there. He hits Rhett Roden in stride on a post over the middle. Huge play for the Wildcats.
And I tell you, the best thing about that throw is he put that where only Rhett Roden could catch it. The defender actually had decent coverage on Roden, but Roden was able to separate right at the end, get underneath it, make the over-the-shoulder grab, and take it down to the 1-yard line. And the Wildcats will be able to punch it in, hopefully, from here. Kanias Williams straight ahead, and he's untouched. The Wildcats go in. 6 points on the board, and that's a good drive there, and a good 3rd down pass over the middle from Register to Rhett Roden.
I'll tell you, Register's getting more comfortable, man. Rhett Roden's turning into maybe his number 1 target. I see the sheriff smiling down there. He's clapping and smiling. I don't think he ever scored a touchdown. He was a defensive guy, so great catch, great throw.
Register will hold for the extra point. Boatwright on to attempt. And the snap is a good one. The hold is down, and the kick on the way, and it is good. Wildcats with a 10-0 lead. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. 5:41 to go. 10-0 Wildcats here early. We'll be back. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
For over 50 years, Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for Dependable Heating and Air Conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State. Owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
And we welcome you back here to Memorial Stadium. Homecoming night here at McClenny, downtown McClenny, Memorial Stadium. The Wildcats doing battle with the Baldwin Indians. Baldwin returns the kickoff here out to the 42-yard line. They'll take it first down and 10 from there against this Wildcat defense. 5:32 to go in the opening half, and the Wildcats have a 10-0 lead.
Yep. So maybe we need to go back to that pooch kit, Mike. We kicked it deep that time. that guy took it almost up to the 42-yard line.
Maybe why we pooched it the first time. First down and 10. Screws has 4 receivers to the right side. Now, a little off-balance look from the offensive line. Wildcats shift over. They send a man in motion, a little toss sweep to the left side. The Cats had it defended, but now he runs out across the 50, out to the 46-yard line of the Cats, and he'll be tackled at the 45. They'll give him the 43-yard line of the Cats. A big gain for Baldwin on a little, I'd call it a jet sweep, but that's one of those little tosses, so that's a pass play.
Yep, it was a late shift on the offensive line. They went unbalanced left and ran a jet sweep. Well, a pass. I call it a jet sweep too, Matt, but we didn't adjust. We was outmanned on this edge.
That was Kelvin Brown on the carry, and Kelvin Brown gets all the way to the 43 of the Cats, so give them 15 yards on that completion.
Let's see if they go back to that. I think they tried to do that the first play of the game, Matt. Did you see where they stopped? They stopped the play on the first play of their first series.
Yeah, first down and 10 from the Wildcat 43. Toss again. This is Brown again, and he's running to the right side. He breaks a tackle and gets down to the 36-yard line of the Wildcats. Kelvin Brown showing some moves there.
Yeah, he's running hard. Chestnut had him wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, just couldn't take him down. Looks like Chase Phillips is on the stop there coming up from his safety position.
Second down and 4 now to give him 6 yards. That was the same play they ran it the opposite way, Kyle.
Yep. They just didn't shift the line. And let's see how much they try to do this unbalanced stuff or not.
Second down and 4. Screws takes the snap, going to give it straight ahead. The Wildcats were being held right there in the middle. No flag there. And that was maybe a late hit out of bounds. That was Jacobs on the carry. There is a flag in the middle of the field. Definitely holding there. That's going to come back.
Yeah, he tackled him. Nice play by Taz Kinghorn out here on the edge. I see our new superintendent down here, Mr. Mike Wyatt Milton, shaking hands and greeting hands and all dressed up for homecoming. So, hey, there's one thing about Wyatt. He loves to shake a hand.
Second down and 13 now. Backed up after the penalty. Screws goes to the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right side from the 47 of the Cats. They pass the right side, going to be batted down. Case Foster got a hand on it at the line of scrimmage and knocked that pass down. He was looking for a quick hit out to the right side, and Case Foster made the play.
Yep, big third down coming up here, Mike. 3rd and 15. Let's see if we can get off the field.
3rd down, 15, and trailing 10-0 with 3:45 to go in the quarter. You know, Baldwin wants to keep this drive alive. They had it looking good after a couple of really good running plays or toss sweep plays, but Cats have them backed up now. From the 47 of the Cats, this may be 4-down territory if they can pick up a few yards. Screws in the shotgun, calls for the ball, straight drop. Now he's pressured. Screws is going to be sacked deep in the backfield, and that was Wildcat number 3, Jeremiah Mitchell, getting back there and getting the sack.
Hey, great play, great pressure. They're not having a blitz night. They're getting pressure with the front four, and it's really messing Screws up right now.
Jeremiah Mitchell, a captain for the ball game tonight. I incorrectly said Tyreek Bertrand earlier, but they changed that on the roster, and Jeremiah Mitchell, number 3, got back there and got the big sack for the Cats.
Hey, I believe Tyreek's hurt, so he's wearing his jersey tonight.
Chase Phillips will drop for the punt here, punt return. Cats defense does the job again. Second sack of the night. Cats good pressure on the punter. And he kicks it to the left side and takes a big Baldwin roll inside the 10-yard line. My goodness. He just kicked it away from Phillips. Phillips was on the really toward the left hash that time, and he kicked it all the way this way, flag on the field.
Yeah, I hope they have to repunt because we're stuck inside the 2 right now. I don't know if Phillips was lined up too close, Mike, or what. We got to be able to go catch the football. We talked about that last week. You got to go catch the punt now.
56-yard punt that time, rolls down to the 2-yard line, and Cats are talking like the flag is on the Cats, so can't get much closer to the goal line here.
Yeah, this is where you got to be careful. You don't want a defensive score right here.
These referees tonight, I got to tell you, Kyle, they spent an hour up here working on this field microphone. You know, that's all they were worried about, and so they're announcing, you know, the penalties to the crowd and all that, which is great. It's wonderful, but it seems like they take so much time. This game ain't about the referees. Let's get this thing.
How much in high school do you see that? With them having microphones out there, man?
Not very often. One of them probably went on Amazon and bought one. First down and 10 from the 2-yard line, or call it the 1. Register in the gun. We're going to run it straight out of there, and Baldwin hits us in the backfield, and that could be trouble. They're gonna stop us before we get back to the goal line, and Baldwin gets a safety.
Yep, and that's that big defensive front they got, man. It's going to be hard to block them, especially when you get the field condensed down there and we're inside our own 1 or 2 yard line. And a great play, and they got a safety here, so we'll be punting the ball back to them.
Well, the play of that drive was that Screws punt. I tell you what, Gage Screws, the guy that was back there punting for Baldwin, and he punted that thing 56 yards down inside the 2. They got the holding penalty that backed it up to the 1. And the Wildcats couldn't block us out of the end zone. They get us in the backfield for a safety, and now it's 10-2. And the worst part about the safety is you got to turn right around and give them the ball.
And it makes it a one-score game. That's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We got a tie football game.
No doubt about it. So momentum was heavy on the Wildcat side with a 10-0 lead. Baldwin trying to steal that momentum back. They get the safety. 2:44 to go in the quarter. 10-2 ball game. Baldwin's going to line up around the 25-yard line or so for this kick. Boatwright getting some instructions here on what to do.
He is kicking it, so I guess they don't have to punt it in high school much.
No, you get the choice, I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure you get the choice in all football, I thought, but I could be wrong. Boatwright steps up to it. He's going to kick a high end-over-end kick that comes down to the 41. Wildcats trying to cover on that, and it's going to be returned laterally here, and they get a good tackle on him. He only gets out to the 44-yard line, so a nice job by the Cats that time. Parker on the return. The Cats kind of strung him out along that sideline. He tried to go all the way across the field looking for a gap to cut it up, and he just couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, great containment by Taz Kinghorn. I guess he's the contained guy on the left side. He stays home and turns it back into his fellow Wildcats to make the play.
Wildcat defense back on the field here. 10-2 ball game, 2:34 to go first quarter. Wildcats on top 10-2, but that safety for Baldwin now gives them the ball back, and they'll start at their own 43-yard line. They've had good field position to start the ball game here. They're going to run 3 receivers to the left side, 1 back in the backfield. Now he shifts out to make this a 5-receiver set, no backs. Quarterback in the gun, that's Screws. Now a man comes in motion, fakes that. Screws looks into throws, trying to set up a screen pass, and it's intercepted. The screen pass was intercepted in the middle, fumbled by Big 99 for the Cats. That was Jason Johnson. He got the interception, and he fumbled it. But Kel Cruz was there to recover it for the Cats, and we'll have good field position after a big interception on the screen pass, and Johnson just read that all the way.
All right, great play by Johnson right there. How many times do you see a big defensive tackle get a pick, Matt? He read screen, backed up, made a great play. That's what you needed right there, man. Hey, change the momentum a little bit, get it back on the Wildcat side.
Wildcats regain the momentum after the safety. Now we got to go punch it in. From the 37-yard line, the Wildcats will start at first down and 10. Good job by Kel Cruz being there to pick up that fumble after the interception. Wildcats will split two receivers to the right. That's the ones to look for. Phillips and Roden on this side. Kanias Williams in the backfield. Register takes a snap, straight drop. He's got time. Register looking downfield. Now the time evaporates, and he's going to get pulled down right back at around the line of scrimmage. So you can call it a sack. 1 yard loss on the play, and Register had time initially, Kyle, but then it just faded.
Yeah, he had time. Nobody was open. Good coverage by the ball in secondary right there. Basically, I mean, the Register did what he could do not to lose yards there and protect the football.
Almost got back to the line of scrimmage, and now it'll be second down and 11. Roden is your lone receiver on the Wildcat side. That's the weak side. To the high side now. Phillips comes in motion. Second down play, going to give it to Williams. Kanias Williams has got a hole, and he's got a big run. He's down inside the 25, picking them up, putting them down all the way down to the 21-yard line. A good gain for Kanias Williams. Give him 15 on the carry down to the 21-yard line. Nice job.
Yeah, they're trying to go a little faster than that, Mike. If you can't tell, I think they're trying to use tempo here, and it's got Baldwin on their heels right now.
Three receivers to the left. The Cats go no huddle again. Now Phillips comes in motion. Register calls for it, gives it to Williams again, and Kanias runs over a couple of guys down inside the 20, down to around the 17-yard line, so maybe a 3-4 yard gain there.
Kanias was running very hard tonight, Mike. He just punished that linebacker out there, man.
Yeah, he ran over one guy in the middle, and he did make the tackle, though, so second down and 6 now for the Cats. Three receivers to the left side. That's the high side of the field. Inside handoff fake to Williams, and Register's going to keep it and run down to the 15-yard line. Might have picked up 2 on the play. Third down. The Cats third down and about 5 here.
Huge play right here for the Wildcats as the first quarter's winding down, 35 seconds. Let's see if we'll let it run out or try to run another play. We're lining up quick.
Going to have to run a play here. 22 on the play clock, 25 on the game clock, and they came across the line there. That's going to be offsides, I believe, against Baldwin. It is.
They just gave us another first down, right?
It's going to be close. It'll be right there. It looks like it's about 5.5 to go for the first down, so it might be right on the line. They may have to measure this one. Let's see.
Nah, he's got it.
They're going to say first down. You're right. That does. That's the second time Baldwin's come into the neutral zone and given the Wildcats enough for a first down. And now it's to the 11-yard line, and the clock will start. 19 counting down 15. The Cats still have to snap it because the play clock is less. Register going to give it off. Kanias Williams bursting down inside the 10, down to around the 9-yard line. 2-yard gain there, and that's going to end the first quarter. So the Cats will open up the second quarter with a second down and 8 from the 9-yard line. They can pick up a first down inside the 2, so we'll give you all that information when we come back. We'll take a 30-second timeout. That's the end of the first quarter. The Cats lead it 10-2. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
To 2, the Wildcats get 10 first quarter points tonight, give up a safety to Baldwin to make it a 10-2 ball game here as we open up the second quarter on homecoming night here in McClenny, Florida. Beautiful night for football as the Wildcats are sitting second down and 9 to go inside the, call it the 11-yard line or so. And second down play call, Kyle. I'm making you offensive coordinator. What are we doing?
No, I think I'm probably going to fake a nice up the middle, a little zone read, and hit a slant over the middle for a touchdown. Mike.
All right, let's see what we got. I like your thought process there. I'm going to say that I'll go with the field and say that's not going to be the play call, but I like what you're cooking up there. Case Foster's going to line up here in the fullback position, and we've got Hudson Hodges all the way, and the quarterback under center this time. Register toss sweep to the left. Hudson Hodges has got it. He's down inside the 10, down inside the 5, running hard, and that time just a straight toss sweep to the left. They had Case Foster in there as a blocking back, and the Wildcats will be about 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they brought in Cale Cruz, Case Foster. They kind of a power formation, just ran a toss sweep out here to our sideline.
3rd down and 3. A little power football from these Cats, trying to generate some points. 3rd down 3 inside the 5.
Play action out of this, let's see.
No. Register takes it, gives it to Hodges, and Hudson Hodges will not be denied. He takes 2 carries and goes 11 yards and scores a touchdown for the Cats. And Hudson Hodges puts the Wildcats back up 16-2 here.
That's why they pay Coach Mays the big bucks. He goes to power right there, and they run it down their throat.
Yeah, I like the way they ran the football out of that formation for sure. One time with a toss sweep to the left, that time just straight up the gut, and Hudson Hodges, just a freshman on this sophomore on this football team, puts it in the end zone. Brock Boatwright for the extra point. It's on the way and right down the middle, and Boatwright again is good, and it is 17-2.
Yep, give that touchdown to Jason Johnson, number 99, right there with a big interception on a screenplay tonight. What changed the whole momentum of this game?
What would Larry Birkin say about that, Kyle?
Hey, just come on one time, Wildcats.
Kyle, we're going to set it up down the road here tonight. Our Farm Bureau halftime report will come to you, but I've been thinking, I was talking to a couple of these sponsors during the week, and I thought maybe we just highlight a couple of these sponsors every game or so and give them a little shout-out. I want to give a shout-out to our buddy Tim Hughes, American Recycling. Wildcat Tim Hughes, some of you may remember from the old days, but Tim Hughes is my buddy. Big Wildcat fan. You're not going to find one any bigger. Big Wildcat supporter. American Recycling out there off Woodlawn Road. And Tim Hughes will also say, just come on, Wildcat.
Oh, yeah?
That's right.
Yeah, y'all go try Tim Hughes out.
Yeah, take all your cans out there and see what the price per can for aluminum is now. High kickoff this time. Boatwright's going to drive Baldwin down to around the 5-yard line, and a good return out to around the 21-22. But I tell you, a lot better coverage that time from the Wildcats special teams.
Yep, great coverage. We kicked it deep again a lot. They was expecting a pooch again. They was way up, Mike, and he had to go back and get that ball.
My buddy Wildcat Tim Hughes a few years ago, he's a big Jaguar fan too, and he helped us out and gave us some tickets to give away here on the game one time. And I'll tell you, what do you think he's thinking about the way the Jaguars have started this year?
He's thinking the same thing as me as a Seminole fan is thinking. He's wondering when his football season going to end. It can't get
started.
Oh, no.
Well, we got a lot to talk about that during our halftime break a little bit later on, and I've got some thoughts for you on all that. Jaguars struggling out of the gate, 0-2.
And don't get any easier. You got Buffalo on Monday night.
Yeah, you stole my thunder for halftime there, but yeah, you're right. It doesn't get any easier. You look around at some of the guys who are the pretenders and some of the real Cats here to start the season in the NFL. We'll talk about that at the halftime break tonight. 1st down and 10. Screws in the shotgun, collides with his running back, but gets the handoff to him. And a good carry out to around the 27, giving him 5 on 1st down.
Big 99 again on the tackle there, Jason Johnson.
It's not usual, you can say, a defensive tackle got an interception in a ball game, but he did. He took the screen pass interception away and took the momentum from Baldwin on that last series of the first quarter.
Yeah, he's down there talking to him right now, too, Mike. He's letting them know he's here to play tonight.
2nd down 5 from the 27-yard line. Baldwin lines it up here. They've got 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Wildcats with a 17-2 lead here at the start of the second quarter. Screws in the shotgun. Calling for the football, takes a straight drop, fires to his left. He's got a completion to the back out of the backfield there, but a great tackle on the corner over there. Is that Landers?
I think that was Cale Cruz, Mike.
Cale Cruz?
Yep. That's 22. Great tackle. Great open field tackle by Kel Cruz right here. I don't think he got a yard right back to the line of scrimmage.
2 is Mike Landers. He's on this side of the field. 22, Kel Cruz on the other side of the field. I saw the 2. 3rd down and 5. No gain on that play. Caught the back out of the backfield. A good pass over there, but a great tackle by Kel Cruz. Just staying home and making a tackle. 3rd down play. Now Screws, 2 receivers to his left and 2 to the right. Now sends Brown in motion. Screws, straight drop, fires one across the middle. He's got a pass completion out across the 40 to the 45-yard line. And that time, number 8, Parker, came screaming across the middle, and the Wildcats didn't have anybody in coverage in the middle of the field, and first down, Baldwin.
Yep, great play by Screws there. I was just informed through the text line, Mike, that his older brother plays at Indiana State quarterback.
Yeah, I knew. I thought initially that he went to Troy, maybe bounced around a little bit, but is getting some playing time up at Indiana State.
Yep, Clayton Smith. Well, I call him Smitty. He gave me. He said, "Do you want to sound smart?" I guess he thinks I'm pretty dumb all the time.
You can't give away all your secrets, Kyle. You should have just said you knew that. First down and 10 from the 45-yard line. Yeah, I want to say that he was in that right around the same time Tyler Burns said. I don't know. I get my years mixed up, but he's definitely made a move. First down pass across the middle, and that's going to be caught down the middle of the field, as that was a beautiful throw, and Jacobs went up and got it, and he was punished for it as he got hit right after he caught it, but a beautiful pass and catch, and gets Baldwin in business down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it was a great throw, Mike, but I think it was even a better catch, man. You're talking about a 40-yard pass down the middle. His guy, Jacobs, goes up and gets it and takes a hit. It's probably picked off if he don't go up and get it. Brett Roden's right behind the play, probably looking for an interception.
First down play now, Baldwin inside the 30. Looking to throw again, throwing across the middle again, and he's got a completion again. And he gets his helmet taken off as Chase Phillips the second time now. Phillips has been back there laying the wood, but Jacobs is not scared to go up and catch the football, and he did again that time, and they're first down and goal.
Yeah.
Got a flag. Oh, they're going to call a personal foul. Did they call that on Phillips?
I don't know, Mike.
Jacobs has to leave the game. His helmet came off after the tackle. Not sure who they called the personal foul on, so that's going to move it half the distance. So they're inside the 5 here, first and goal. Cats with a 17-2 lead now, but a couple of big passes have got Baldwin in business.
Yeah, they got Jefferson. I think they got Jefferson or Jackson, Philip Jackson on roughing the passer right there.
Mm-hmm. Chase Phillips 2 times in a row went up and hit Jacobs hard after he caught those passes. Baldwin really late getting their guys into the ball game here. A lot of confusion. 3 on the play clock, and they're going to have to. You get down under 5 seconds on the play clock. Nobody was set. Baldwin's got to call a timeout, so we'll catch our breath here. 8:23 to go in the first half. 17-2 Wildcat lead, but Baldwin behind Gage Screws in the passing game. And 2 big catches by Nashawn Jacobs, number 2 for Baldwin, has got Baldwin all the way down inside the 5. And so, Kyle, I think after he lost his helmet there, they called timeout here. I think he can come back in the game, though.
Yeah, he can. They called timeout, though, because the play clock is out now. But, yeah, he can't come back in there.
Yeah, that wasn't the reason for the timeout for sure, but he'll be able to come back in the game. But what a weapon on this drive he's been. And the Wildcats, I tell you, the Wildcats have played good coverage tonight because Screws, for a lot of that first quarter, had nobody to throw to, but that time they found something in the middle of the field that they took advantage of.
Yeah, they found we're soft over the middle right now. We're going to make some defensive adjustments and fix that. Basically, we're running a slot guy right up the middle of the field. We're late getting there.
Jacobs does come back in the game now. He's lined up on the far right side, the only receiver in the formation. And Baldwin's still confused even after the timeout. Play clock is not running, though, so they've got plenty of time to work it out here coming out of the timeout. They line up 3 guys in the backfield. Screws, this time it's a Wildcat formation. They took Screws off to the right side, and they put Kelvin Brown in the Wildcat, and the Wildcats got back there and stuffed the Wildcat.
Yeah, Seth Chestnut come through like a missile. I don't think he was touched, and he made number 1 feel it.
1 yard loss on the play, so now they'll abandon that Wildcat look. Screws will go back to the shotgun here. 7:59 to go in the first half. Wildcat defense trying to keep Baldwin out of the end zone. It's second down and goal from the 6.
I would look for number 2 right here, Mike, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, he's been the guy on this drive for sure. He's going to be lined up in the backfield now behind Screws. So Jacobs goes to the backfield, and they're going to have to hurry again. 3 seconds on the play clock, 2-1, and now it's going to be a delay of game.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, there's the flag right there. They didn't get the play off in time. I tell you what, after they got the first and goal after the penalty, Kyle, their offense has just been out of sync, and they've been confused, and they almost had a delay of game. They had to burn a timeout. Now they do get a delay of game, and that's going to move them all the way back across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
That's what they say, man. That short field always, that condensed field makes it hard for the offense. You're not throwing 40-yard passes. That's not enough space, Mike. It's harder to move the ball. You always want to have a good red zone defense, and right now the Wildcats are looking good.
Yeah, I mean, for a passing guy like Screws, he might like it better from the 11. Let's see. He's got Jacobs lined up in the backfield. Now he comes right alongside Screws. Screws, straight drop, passes to the right side, looking for his receiver over there, just airmails everybody. And it'll be 3rd down and goal.
Yep.
That play just never looked like it had a chance.
No, they tried to throw a fade to the corner of the end zone, Red Road, and had great coverage.
Well, you know, and if you're going to throw the fade over there, Kyle, you got to give your receiver a chance. And that pass was pretty much airmailed out of bounds. 3rd down now, 3rd down and goal from the 11-yard line, and Screws is going to, they're still just having some confusion.
Yeah.
Baldwin coaching staff got to be not happy about the way this is played out here.
The red zone. Need to watch 2 out of the backfield there, Mike.
They send a man in motion, 3rd down play. They're going to give the ball, no, they take it and go toss sweep to the left side. The Cats have it defended, and he's going to get tackled inside the 10 to around the 7-yard line. That was Kelvin Brown. They had a little motion there, a little what they call eye candy, Kyle, and they had a guy come across the middle. That was Brown. He came back, got the toss sweep from Screws, but only picks up about 4 down to the 7, and it'll be 4th and goal from there.
It looks like they're going for it, Mike.
Yeah, they're going to keep the offense on the field here. 6.5 to go in the first half. They trail by 15, 17-2, so they're thinking they need a touchdown on this drive. This would be a big stop for this Wildcat defense now. Cats shifting in motion here. They've got 2 receivers split to the left side of the field. Play clock under 8. Screws calling for the football here. Straight drop, looking to throw, fires middle, and he fires it out of the back of the end zone. Gave nobody a chance for the catch there, and it'll be incomplete, and the Wildcat defense comes away with a huge stop here on possession.
Yep, great coverage by the Wildcats. Cruz threw it. Actually, I think he threw it over the goalpost, Mike. Yeah, if it was a field goal, it would have been good. He just threw it away. There's nobody open. Great coverage by the Wildcat secondary.
Yeah, that was 2 passes down there in the red zone, Kyle, that went out of bounds that had really nobody had a chance to catch, and makes it hard on your offense when you don't have anybody. But like you said, condensed area, nobody was open, and the Cats get a big turnover.
Yeah, we're at our own 5 here, Mike. We got to let's get off our goal line.
And we're going to get a timeout for a mid-quarter timeout here, so the Cats will come to the sideline and talk about it for a minute. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Let's take a 30-second timeout with them. Cats on top 17-2. We'll be back after this 30-second break. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction or remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcat.
Homecoming night here in McClenny, Florida. Side of tonight's matchup, the Wildcats on the field facing off against the Baldwin Indians here tonight. Hudson Register brings the offense back on the field. First down and 10 from the 5-yard line. Register takes the snap. He's going to fake it inside. And little zone read keeper himself, and not much running room there for Register, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think we got to get the ball out on the edge here on the perimeter, man. Try to use our speed and get off our goal line here.
Under 6 minutes to go in the first half here on homecoming night. At halftime, the Wildcats will crown the homecoming queen 2024. I know it's been an exciting week. They had the big parade down there yesterday. Did you make it down to the parade, Kyle?
I didn't, Mike. Did you make it?
No.
Oh, man. I figured that. 20 years ago, you'd have been there, though.
You get old, man. You don't go to parades. Second down, throw out here to the left side. He's got a receiver and a catch made over the shoulder, and he's down the sideline. That's Hudson Hodges. 50, 45, 40, and nobody's going to catch him. This is going to be a 95-yard touchdown pass, and Hudson Register threw it over the shoulder. Hudson Hodges brought it in, shook the tackle, and went down the sideline, and Hudson Hodges goes 95 yards.
That's an old-fashioned wheel route, Mike. And Hudson Hodges made one guy miss and took it 95 yards for a touchdown. Hey, that's what I mean. Let's say you get down condensed on your old goal line, break it out. Just take a shot, man. They did it with a wheel route and hit big right there.
I like what you said there about going to the edges, and I tell you what, that play had good coverage on Hodges as he came out of the backfield, but he was able to shake the defender, stay in bounds, and then took it the rest of the way. 95 yards on the pass completion from Register to Hodges.
Yeah, these Wildcats have looked very impressive tonight so far.
Boatwright in there to attempt the extra point, and the extra point is down the middle and good. Boatwright is 3 for 3 on extra points tonight, and he's got a 40-yard field goal, and the Cats have a 24-2 commanding lead here against the Indians from Baldwin. And if you wonder if that Hodges name sounds familiar, it is familiar. His brother played here a few years ago. His name was Cooper Hodges. He went on to play for Appalachian State. And then, where's he at now, Kyle?
With the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think it's going to be far before he sees the field. The way their offensive line is looking, Cooper's going to have his opportunity this year.
I think you're right. Cooper in the house tonight here watching his brother play football. I know he's probably grinning from ear to ear. Cooper was an offensive player, too, but he did not get a chance to make a over-the-shoulder catch like that when he was playing, did he?
No, his brother's got a little more skill position down than what Cooper had. Cooper's a little bit too big to be out there catching.
Man, I didn't realize Hudson was that fast, but, man, he took off, and he was down the sideline. Nobody was catching him, and Hudson Hodges, 95 yards on the completion out of the backfield. What a great throw by Register to get it over the shoulder. And I tell you what, Hudson Hodges, you can say this, he's a good possession receiver. They got to catch him off guard here with an onside kick straight down the middle. And the Wildcats, it goes across the 50, so it went 10 yards for sure. And they're sitting around the 47 of Baldwin here, and the Wildcats come out of there with it, and guess who? Case Foster. Number 30, Case Foster.
Great onside kick by Boatwright. A little bit of the surprise. Nobody was expecting it. Great call by Coach Mays right there. Let's go ahead and score again before halftime.
You just heard his daddy's commercial, Foster's General Contracting, a moment ago, and Case Foster comes out of there with the recovery for the Cats on the onside kick, caught Baldwin asleep there. And I was talking to his daddy before the game, and he said, you know, he was down there last night, you know, after the parade, they always, you know, announce the homecoming king. So he was one of those guys down there wearing his camouflage hat. Said you're just going to get what you get with Case.
Well, that's my kind of homecoming king if you got to have one.
First down play, Chase Phillips goes to the left side, and he makes the catch. And Chase Phillips, the run after the catch, is going to get him down to the 31. Now, I don't know if he won the homecoming king. I'm just saying he was in the running.
He's in the running.
Yeah, I don't know how that all played out.
I'm not sure you could ask for a better start to this football game for the Baker County Wildcats now. It's been a great first half, man. We're using our speed on the perimeter. We're doing basically what we want to do on offense right now. And I think your quarterback's growing up in front of your eyes right now tonight.
Yeah, nice job throwing the football for Register. Now, he's looking around. There's a flag on the play. Register's going to scramble out of there, and Hudson's got plenty of yardage here down the sideline as he goes out of bounds well past the first down marker, but I think this one's going to come back.
Yeah, they're going to get us for holding on that. I don't know who it was, but
it was early in the play. The flag came down, and Hudson reversed his field. And anytime you see somebody reverse their field, Kyle, you almost always see that flag come down.
You definitely start looking for it.
You do. Especially if you're a Seminole or Gator. Don't anything good happens, you know it's coming back this year.
There's flags that are least of the Seminoles' worries.
Yeah. You got the California Golden Bears coming in tomorrow. They've already went on the road and beat Auburn this year. They're going to go on the road and beat FSU? Don't tell me. We're going to talk about that at halftime.
Yeah. Can't wait.
First down and 10 from the 41 now. I'm sorry, first down and 20. Pass to the left side, caught by Rhett Roden. He shakes a defender and gets down the sideline.
It should have been a horse collar, Mike.
Inside the 35, down to the 33. So Register hits Rhett Roden, and Rhett Roden makes about 8 yards there after the catch.
Yeah, great move after Rhett. He catches a little screen out here on our sideline and makes the guy miss to get 8 yards.
4:25 to go in the half. The Wildcats would love to put another one on the board before halftime. They lead it 24-2 right now with 4:25 to go in the first half. Chase Phillips, Kanias Williams in the backfield. Wildcats split 2 receivers to the high side of the field and 1 to the low side. Kanias Williams is going to get the carry, and I tell you, number 2, he's all over the field, man. That's Nashawn Jacobs. He got back there and made the tackle. Yeah, Wildcats didn't pick up anything there.
Yeah, 2's a very good player, man. He's not real big, 5'9", 150 pounds, but he's making plays on offense, on defense, and he's all over the place.
Timeout on the field. Kyle, Muncie Contracting LLC, your local choice for all your roofing and general contractor needs. As a proud Baker County Wildcat sponsor, Muncie Contracting offers free estimates, including but not limited to roofing repairs and replacements, shingles or for shingles and metal roofs, new construction, remodels, and home additions, as well as pole barns. I told you I like those pole barns. Muncie Contracting LLC, the hometown name you can trust. If you're interested in any of that, give Joe Muncie a call, 904-631-0720, or at the office, 259-2791. That's Muncie Contracting. So give them a call if you have any contracting needs such as that. These guys do a good job. Third down and 12 coming up for the Cats. A little injury timeout for Baldwin. The player got up and was able to get off the field there, so hopefully he's all right. Just banged up a little bit on that play, but one thing that Baldwin has done well here tonight defensively, Kyle, that middle of the field is where they've been able to shut down the running game, and that's what they did there. It'll be third down and 12.
Yeah, it looks like they're in man coverage here, Mike. We got twins on both sides. Let's see if we try to take advantage of it here.
Third down and 12 from the 33-yard line. Registers in the shotgun here. 4 minutes to go in the half. Register calls for the football, looking to throw it. He's going to be hit under pressure, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield with a sack.
Yep.
And Hudson just couldn't find any room to do anything there.
No time there, Mike. They stacked the box, come after us. There's man coverage on the edges, and we just didn't have time to get the ball off. They'll bring Boat right in the punt.
Yeah, we'll have to punt it away here. I know that's not what Coach Mays wanted, getting the ball back there on the onside kick and having to punt it away here, but the Cats still have a 24-2 lead here late in the first half. Boatwright's going to get his foot into it, angle it toward the left sideline. Did he get it out of bounds?
He did, Mike. Looks like it's going to be about the 5-yard line. Boatwright might be the MVP of the season so far, man. I don't think he's missed the field goal.
Case Foster was mixing it up back here with number 15, Rogers from Baldwin, and somebody's going to draw the flag.
Yeah, I hope it's not us because they do got them pinned deep.
Let's see. No, he's going to call it on both of them is what he's going to do. Yeah. Just going to offset them. He's going to give them both a unsportsmanlike there. The problem with that is you don't want to get another one.
Yeah, another one you're kicked out, correct, man?
That's right. And if you get kicked out in the second half, you have to miss the first half of the next game. You don't want that to happen, but Foster was mixing it up there with 15 in the backfield, and looked like 15 kind of pushed him there at the end. I thought that was going to be the flag, but they get them both. I kind of think if you're going to throw it on both of them, just keep the flag in your pocket.
Yeah, it really don't mean anything, does it?
They really do. Unless you just want to talk on your microphone out there. And
he's been doing that a lot.
Yeah. Baldwin's got it. They say the punt went out of bounds around the 8-yard line, so a good kick by Boatwright there. He angled it toward the corner of the end zone, got it out of bounds at the 8, so Baldwin's going to be backed up here inside the 10. 3:15 to go in the first half. If you're the Cats here, you just want to keep Baldwin off the board before halftime. Don't want to give them any momentum late here in the half.
That's a bad spot. Maybe my eyes are getting bad, Matt. Look, it was inside the 5 to me.
Baldwin's got 3 receivers split to the left-hand side of the field here, and I don't know what's taking them so long to set the ball for play, but they finally do. Screws in the shotgun now, inside his 5. Calls for the football, looking to throw, fires one out to the left side. It's going to be ruled a catch, I think, but he caught it well behind the line of scrimmage there.
No, incomplete.
Incomplete. There you go.
Kel Cruz was all over it. He wasn't going anywhere if he did catch it.
Yeah, I mean, he was brought down right there, but they say he didn't catch it, so it'll be second down and 10, an incomplete pass. It looked like it had a chance to hit the ground over there, but stops the clock with 3:09. We stop them here, we might get the ball back before.
Oh, yeah. We got 3 timeouts, too.
3:09 to go in the half. Screws in the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. No backs in the backfield. Calls for the football, fires one deep down the middle. This one's high, and a one-handed catch is made, and he's off to the races, 45-50, and the Wildcats finally bring him down. What a catch that time by Kelvin Brown. He caught that one-handed, and he's talking to the Cats.
Yeah, that's just a great play, man. You don't see many high school players go with one-handed and bring that down. That's a top 10 ESCN play right there, man.
Taz Kinghorn, the guy that brought him down, but I tell you what, he was off to the races after he caught that pass, and they get out from the shadow of the goalpost, and they're all the way to the Wildcat 46-yard line.
It looks like we're playing a lot of zone, man. I don't know if we need to go to more man. We're leaving it open down the seam.
5 receivers set again. Screws in the shotgun. Calls for the football, looking to throw. He's under pressure this time. Hodges flushes him out. Now Owen Hodges chasing him down. He's across the line, throws it down the field. It looked like the quarterback went across the line of scrimmage there, Kyle, and a catch is made down inside the 20. They don't throw the flag, but I thought he went just past the line.
I did too, Mike. They say if you got anything behind the line of scrimmage, it's a legal pass. So I don't know if they're going to call his arm behind the line of scrimmage or what. It was very, very close.
Owen Hodges was chasing him down, and he was continuing to run, and I thought that he was just going to scramble it, but he cocked his arm, fired one deep down the sideline. They made the catch inside the 20, so they're at the Wildcats' 18-yard line here, first down and 10. Clock moving at 1:54. Again, 5 receivers set. Screws in the shotgun.
Empty backfield here. Timeout, Baldwin.
Yeah, Baldwin's going to burn a timeout. 1:46 to go in the half. But I tell you, the one thing about Baldwin is they have not mounted any just methodical drive here tonight, Kyle, but they have hit some big pass plays. And when you hit some of those big gainers, you find yourself in position quickly. And their offense just seems, when they get down here inside the red zone, they seem to look a little bit confused, and they might have been confused there again. They burn a timeout, so they'll come out of that with a 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 18.
Yep, that's what you look when you look at the stacks of this Baldwin team. The guys threw for a bunch of yards and a bunch of touchdowns, but I would venture to say a lot of it's come off big plays.
Yeah, big plays. And I tell you what, I'd love to go back and see the highlight of that catch that Kelvin Brown made just a moment ago, Kyle. I mean, he was in a position where he was about to get lit up and then just absolutely one-handed it, and with the same motion just dodged the cornerback and was able to get down the field. What a play.
One of the better catches I've seen in high school football,
no doubt about it.
Look.
5 receivers set again for Baldwin. Screws is going to stand back around the 25-yard line. Shotgun formation, no backs. Here we go. Calls for the football, straight drop, fires one out there to the left side. A catch is made, and that's Brown on the catch again over there, and Brown's going to pick up about 6 before he gets knocked out of bounds, so it'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, I don't know. We're in a cover 2 over there, Mike. I'm not real sure why we're leaving the flats that wide open. We're late. Our safety's late getting over there to the flat.
2nd down 4. They've got the ball at the Wildcat 13-yard line. They can get it inside the 10 for a 1st down. 1:40 on the clock. Plenty of time here for the offense. Screws in the shotgun. Same formation. 5 receivers. And now Screws is going to be flushed out of there. Fires one to the end zone. He's got a receiver. A catch is made. And that's a touchdown for Baldwin. But this one's going to come back. There's a flag holding on Baldwin, and I saw the flag come down in there, and I was going to call it, but the touchdown was caught in the back of the end zone. Screws just was flushed again. The Cats have got good pressure on him, but now that holding call is going to back Baldwin up.
That was a big 99. Again, Jaysean Johnson, man, being held, trying to make a play, calls the touchdown back for the Baldwin Indians.
And you're right. He came to play tonight. That's at least 2 holding calls against 99. And he also got that big interception on the screen pass early on in the first quarter. So 99 came to play tonight. After the penalty, Baldwin marches back to the 22-yard line. So now it's going to be second down and about 14. They had a second and 4 a moment ago. 10-yard penalty now. They put one back in the backfield with Screws. Now man in motion, that's Brown. Pass across the middle again, and this catch is made again across the middle of that defense. Landers makes the tackle right there at the 9-yard line, so it's going to be close to a first down, but they're going to be a yard short.
Yeah, they got guys open down the middle of the field tonight. We're going to have to figure that out.
Third down and 1 now inside the 10-yard line.
Clock's running, 1:09. They have Baldwin. Can't have 3 timeouts. I know they called 2. Says 3 on the board.
They might have 1 remaining. Screws with 1 back in the backfield here on third down. They need a yard. They're going to give it to the running back, and he's going to be drilled about 6 yards deep in the backfield, so they don't get the 1, and they lose about 6. Baldwin's going to have a fourth down now, and they're going to need about 7 to keep this drive moving.
Another great play by Seth Chestnut, man, getting in Baldwin's backfield and disrupting things.
Well, that's their last time out of the half. They burn it here with 44 seconds on the clock. Baldwin's going to have a fourth down and about 7 from the 15-yard line. The Cats lead this ball game 24-2. Baldwin trying to hold them here. The clock's still running, but they're going to have to reset that because Baldwin called timeout. That would be their third of the half. I'm not sure what the confusion is up here, Kyle. The referees up here just kept running the clock. They got it on 30 now, but it was at 44.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing there. You think with all the microphones and technology they got, they get it figured out down there.
You would think so, but who knows? Good play by the Wildcat defense that time. They ran that 5-receiver formation all the way down the field with no backs, and that time they brought the back to the backfield, and the Wildcats keyed on it and got back there for a 6-yard loss.
It's the same thing they make all night with this Baldwin Indians offense. They seem to get inside the 20 and it gets condensed for them, and they stall. I mean, they move the ball well till they get in the red zone.
Big pass plays in the middle of the field, but like you said, a couple of times now inside the red zone, they just can't cash in. Let's see, fourth down 7. Screws in the gun, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's under pressure. The Cats have him all the way back at the 30. He's just got to dump it off to the running back, and it's incomplete. Screws had no chance. Wildcats had 3 guys back there. Owen Hodges was back there. Who else?
There was 3 guys on the pressure right here. I see Screws is begging for a face mask call, but hey, man, keep on begging. This play's over. Turnover on downs to the Wildcats. Great job to get off the field by the defense. You got 37 seconds left with 3 timeouts, I believe, Mike.
Tyrell Jackson, number 40, was back there along with Owen Hodges, and that sack was coming, and Screws just had to throw it out of there, and he's looking for the running back, and they're going to call it incomplete pass, so the ball will go back to the, 14-yard line, but the Cats offense will get it back with 37 seconds to go in the half.
Let's see how aggressive Coach Mays is here with a 24-2 lead. I doubt he does anything crazy here.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so, but we've had some big hitters ourselves here tonight. They do bring in the backs just to kind of close it in there, and it'll be a kneel down, and the Cats are going to the locker room. So that's going to be the first half of football here. Cats will take it to the locker room, and they've got a 24-2 lead over the Baldwin Indians here on homecoming night at Baker County, Florida. I tell you what, Kyle, I told you I was going to do a couple of shout-outs here tonight. I had a chance the other day to stop and talk to a buddy of mine I hadn't talked to in a while. Lives right down the road over here. His name's Timmy Combs. I know you probably know Timmy. Long time ago, I had a chance to play some softball with Timmy. Timmy had a team called the Good Timers. And Timmy would always tell me, he'd always say, Mike, win or lose, we have a good time. And they always had a good time. And that always stuck with me. And he's always been a good friend of mine. And every now and then, if he's out there on the front porch, I'll just stop by and say hello to Timmy. And he's just a good guy. He likes bass fishing just like me. But he told me the other day, Kyle, that he's got a buddy. His name is David Parrish. And Timmy and David Parrish, they sit over there and they listen to Wildcat football every Friday night. And Timmy told me to tell you hello, and he said that he loves listening to Wildcat football. And his buddy David Parrish, he's a U.S. Army veteran, and he just, 8 or 10 years, I don't know how long they do it. They sit over there and they just listen to Wildcat football on Friday night, and they love it. So I know they're listening. I want to just give them a shout-out here tonight and tell them go Wildcat.
I know Mr. Timmy well. I think they call his nickname Meat Man.
Meat Man.
And I know his wife, Miss Janelle. I think she's the better bass fisherman out here, too.
She might be.
But no, I'm glad they listen. I think there's a lot of I like it, man. When you hear, I've listened for years, man. I mean, I love listening to y'all on the radio. It's a very special thing that you've done up here for Baker County. I'll tell you that right now.
So, Timmy, David, y'all sit back and listen to the second half. The Cats have a big lead, 24-2. We're going to take about a 5-minute timeout. We'll come back and give you some homecoming updates, and we'll also talk a little college and pro football here at the break. You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 WFBB. Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say go Wildcat.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State, owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction or remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcats.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
And we welcome you back here to Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny, Florida. Homecoming night here for Baker County High School, and a lot of young men and women down there on the field right now. Kyle, I know they're going through the homecoming festivities here, and they'll announce the homecoming queen here in just a little while. But the Wildcats doing battle on the field tonight against Baldwin, 24-2. The Cats with the lead, and all you folks that are listening in wanting to know who's the homecoming queen, we'll tell you once we find out. We don't know. They don't ever tell us early. I try to ask them, Kyle, they won't tell us.
Yeah, he did. He did try to ask. He's not lying, but she wouldn't budge on it.
They just wouldn't budge on it. So, Kyle, Wildcats, good offense here tonight, 24-2. They got out early and had a couple more opportunities, could have done some things, but Baldwin really kind of put some pressure on them with the passing game here tonight. So, seen a little bit of bend but not break with this Wildcat defense here tonight. Overall, they played pretty well. That front four continues to put pressure and do a great job, and linebackers come up and help them out. And I tell you, for all the yards and the really highlight plays that you can look back for Baldwin in this first half on that passing game, they got no offensive points to show for it.
Yeah, only a safety on the board, but that's a big. Wildcats are playing right now. You're a bend but not break defense, man. And you can get pressure with the front four, Mike, without blitzing. It makes life a lot easier on the defense, man. That's what the Wildcats are doing right now.
Well, the Wildcats will tune it up here for another 24 minutes of football in the second half. But then I tell you what, Kyle, it's what we've been dreading. We got a 4-week 4-week road trip coming up. And I mentioned earlier, back end loaded this schedule from a district perspective. And so guess what? Next week we go on the road, Tallahassee Godby, and the Wildcats will be facing a district opponent for the first time this year.
Yep. And I think the Wildcats are hitting their stride right now, man. I think the night so far has been good. If we can come out here in the second half and keep what we're doing, keep doing what we're doing, and kind of keep some momentum going into next week with Godby. It's going to be a big football game over there in Tallahassee next week. I hope my wife's listening because I hadn't told her about this road trip yet. You might want to get on the ball. Go ahead and let her know that it's not just next week. Yeah. We got to go on the road next 4 weeks. We're going to Tallahassee next week to face Godby. Then we got to go the rescheduled game against Ponte Vedra the week after that, and then another district game the week after against Sewanee, and then down to Satellite, which is down there close to where Merritt Island. They came up here earlier this year, so some road warriors these Cats are going to be for the next 4 weeks. So soak it up here tonight, buddy. This is the last time we'll see Memorial Stadium for about a month. Oh, yeah. I'm ready. I think the Wildcats are ready too, Mike.
I think they're ready too, and I'm excited about it. This team, after that first week loss to Bradford, which was a hard-fought game, we scored late in that game to make you think that we had a chance. But I tell you what, we talked about how good Bradford is, but just the fact that we were in that ball game and had some opportunities within that ball game makes you think this Wildcat team may have some bigger things that they can accomplish down the road. They face some tough opponents, Bradford obviously being one of them. Would have liked to have seen that Ponte Vedra game just to get another test, before we get to a district contest next week. But it's an exciting time for this football.
That's what we were talking about too, Mike, against Bradford. Man, we played with so much emotion. It was a rivalry game. You knew we was going to play with emotion. You knew we'd fight that game. And I asked you, I said, can we keep that up?
Yeah.
Defensively, especially, can we keep that up through the rest of the year? And so far, so good for us. I think we have.
Yeah, I mean, Baldwin obviously has a really good quarterback, and they've got some really good players at the receiver position. And they've made some plays in the middle of the field. There's no doubt about it. But I would have to tell you that overall the defense is still playing. I mean, take away a few of those pass plays. Other than that, our defense hasn't given up anything. And they're just – I don't know another way to say it, but they're ball hawks, and they're all around the ball. They do a great job tackling.
Yeah, they do. They don't miss tackles in open space. They get pressure with 4, and the secondary's played great this year. I'm very impressed with this Wildcat defense. I think you see the offense out making strides. And I think you kind of see them finding, like we've been talking about, finding their identity. But get the ball on the edge, and then it opens that running game up, which I think Coach Mays really wants to do. But the only way you're going to do that is to throw the ball around a little bit.
Yeah, I tell you, it kind of leads into our next conversation about college football, Kyle. And I want to just say for a moment, I didn't say this earlier, but want to welcome you back to our Baker County Farm Bureau halftime report. Baker County Farm Bureau, my buddy Jack Baker, I saw him on the field before the game. Jack Baker, Justin Webb, 259-6332. They've been a halftime sponsor for a long time, and I tell you what, I appreciate the job they do, and the Wildcats. You won't find bigger Wildcat fans than the guys down there at Farm Bureau for sure. Jack Baker, yeah, he's a big supporter. So, Kyle, college football, man. What do you make of the first few weeks we've seen? I mean, I'll be honest with you, man. Optimistically, I really thought coming into the season that looking at the schedule for Florida, obviously we know it's a tough schedule before the season started, but I looked at the first few games on the schedule and thought there's some winnable games there. You got Miami and Texas A&M at home, and if you got anything coming back from what you thought in terms of some of this positive talk that was coming out of Gainesville, felt like maybe they had a chance. You win one or two of those, and you get off to the races, and then see how you do down later on. Maybe you win 8 games. Maybe you win 7. Well, let me tell you something, buddy. They got no chance to go anywhere near that. And I'll tell you this: not a really good Mississippi State team on the road tomorrow. I don't give them much chance to go over there and win. What about you?
Well, I think it started off the worst way possible, Matt, with Miami coming in there and maybe being a little better than whatever they thought they was going to be, and then you get Sanford, you come in and you do what you're supposed to do to them. You beat them pretty good. And then Texas A&M comes in there, and really the score's a lot closer than what that game anybody that watched it knows. That the Gators got beat to death in that game.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know, man. I think Billy's kind of signed his fate, and the Gator fans I know, the Max Starlings of the world, and I think there's one guy. I think if you don't get Lane Kiffin, it's going to be the end of the world. So, I mean, do you got any other coaching candidates out there to take Billy's spot?
I mean, who knows? I mean, you don't know what's going to play out. I mean, obviously, all this talk about Lane Kiffin, whatever. I mean, he can't tell you anything before the season's over anyway. So who knows, man? And I'll be honest with you, Kyle. I'm so frustrated with it. It's hard to even get excited about even talking about a new coach right now. The one thing that I know though is something's bad wrong. Yeah. Something's bad wrong, and it's not just one coach. It's been 4 coaches now. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I do know this. I can tell you going back to the 80s and 90s and 2000s, in the 80s, the 80s weren't, that was the pre-Spurrier days, but even in the hard-fought games that you had back in the 80s, you always went into a game feeling like you had a chance to win. Mm-hmm. And I think as a fan, that's what you want, right? Well, you want to sit down at the TV, and even if you come out with a loss, you want to know, you want to compete. Our guys had a chance to win that ball game, Kyle, and you don't feel like that on your side either. No. You play Georgia Tech across the pond over there. You get Boston College, and then you get Memphis. Those aren't team names that you feel like coming into the season that you say, man, these are definite losses for FSU. But now you get California. You got Cal coming over here, the Golden Bears. what's going to happen now? I mean, I kind of feel like FSU at some point in time is going to get that win and they're going to get something going here, but how do you feel?
I don't feel that at all, Mike. I don't think we can beat Cal. I think we may win. We may beat. I think we have Charleston Southern, week 11, right before Florida. We may win that game. Right now, the way that team's playing, they play with no emotion. They play with no energy. They play with no anything. I think Norvell, after I don't know if it was the playoff snub last year. I don't know what it was. The players that opted out didn't play against Georgia. I don't know what happened to that team, but I don't think he's ever got the handle back on that team. And my dad's been going to game for 40 years, man. He left at halftime. I said, him and Kelly. I said, y'all left at halftime? And it's just bad over there in Tallahassee. And I don't know if it's going to get any better anytime soon, man, this year. Norvell's got his work cut out for him because you can't get rid of him. We owe him too much money. And so he's going to have to fire some coaches, make some tough decisions. But we're in a bad spot over in Tallahassee. No, I don't. Cal beat Auburn at Auburn. Auburn's a way better football team than Florida State right now. I don't see any way we win the game tomorrow night.
Well, we'll be watching both of them, as bad as we hate to admit it, but we will. Looking around the landscape tomorrow, there's not a ton of games that really catch your eye in the top 25, but there's a couple, Kyle. Tennessee and Oklahoma. Oklahoma's first year in the SEC. Tennessee's got to go out there to Norman. Now, Tennessee, you'd say on paper, Tennessee's got the better football team, but in that type of atmosphere, going out there to Oklahoma, what do you got?
Man, I think Tennessee's going to welcome Oklahoma to the SEC.
You think so?
I'm taking Tennessee. I don't think it's going to be a blowout, but I think Tennessee finds a way to win.
NC State hosts Clemson, or Clemson hosts NC State tomorrow. We thought, looking at that NC State team, maybe they give Tennessee a run a couple weeks ago. They couldn't, and they go to Clemson tomorrow. Who wins that game?
Blowout, Clemson. NC State's horrible this year. Clemson beats them by 30.
The only other one I saw in the top 25 that I'll definitely pay attention tomorrow is USC and Michigan. What do you think about that?
Another blowout.
You got USC?
I got USC in a rout.
So it's going to be tough watching tomorrow. You know, you're going to be watching Cal and Florida State. I'll be watching Mississippi State and Florida. But I tell you, I'm not far from turning the TV off. I'm telling you, man.
At least you got your Phillies, Mike. My Braves has got a big series coming up Tuesday with the Mets, and we're really battling them for the wild card right now, man. We're going to have to win. We need to sweep them, to be honest with you. I think we're 2 games behind them right now, so the Phillies haven't wrapped up the division. So,
well, we're trying to help you out tonight, Kyle. Right now, the Phillies with an 8-2 lead over the Mets in the 4th inning. We lost to the Mets last night, you know, but here's what the Phillies need. The Phillies' magic number to win the East is down to 4 games, and as of today, there's 9 games left in the season. So that magic number means any one of those teams in contention in the East loses, that takes a game off. The Phillies win, that takes another game off. So conceivably, you could gain 2 games a night with the magic number. So they just need to win 1 more game to make the postseason. So they're definitely guaranteed that if they win 1 more game, and you would expect that to happen over 9 games. Maybe tonight they've got a big lead in the 4th inning. But, yeah, you're right. You got the Mets. The Mets have won 16 out of 20 games. They're one of the hottest teams in baseball right now. I really need you to cool them down next week, and let's see if both of y'all can get knocked out of the postseason.
Yeah, well, we're going to definitely try. That's about the only thing I got to look forward to these days. So let's see what happens.
And Kyle, the last thing I wanted to talk about tonight in our little Farm Bureau break here is what's it going to take to fix these Jaguars, man? You got the Browns coming in last week. You know, you got a guy like Deshaun Watson who, you know, he's had his own troubles and hadn't really taken off in the NFL. But Cleveland came in here and kind of just took control of that game from the get-go. And the Jaguars, I mean, that was a winnable game at home, week 2 against the Browns after you lost week 1 against the Dolphins. And now you're 0-2. You got to go face the Bills on Monday night. What do they got to do to fix this thing?
You know, they look inept on offense right now, Mike. Like they don't know what they're doing, man. We can't do anything offensively to move the football. It starts with our line of scrimmage, I believe. We can't block it up. Everybody's blaming Trevor and blaming this and blaming that. But for one, we're not blocking it up. So what I would tell them, let's put Cooper Hodges in the game, man, so we can get a little better. You know what I mean?
I'm with you on that. I'm all about let's let Cooper play. But we'll get some information out to everybody. They announced the homecoming queen just a moment ago. I'm not sure the names. We'll get those out to you in just a moment or two. But I tell you what, man, big second half of football coming up tonight. And like I said, after this half of football, we'll be on the road for 4 weeks in a row. So looking forward to this second half and getting these Wildcats going. We're going to take a 1-minute break here. You've been listening to the Baker County Farm Bureau Halftime Report. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout with more Wildcat Football. Tailored Healthcare Clinic right there in McClenny on South 5th Street. 259-5929 is the number. They offer primary care, traditional primary care services through the insurance, direct primary care memberships for an affordable monthly plan. They've got lots of different services they offer. Hormone replacements, one of the things they do, medical weight loss, aesthetic treatments, including Botox. Give them a call, 259-5929.
Have you ever thought about cleaning out your garage or wonder what you need to do with all those aluminum cans or scrap metal you've got laying around in the backyard? Well, look no further. You just need to load it up and head to American Recycling. Tim Hughes owns and operates American Recycling on Woodlawn Road in McClenny, Florida. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and on the second and fourth Saturdays of every month from 9 a.m. to noon. Stop by and see Tim and maybe even cash in on that stuff you've got laying around. Tim and American Recycling say, go Wildcat.
And we welcome you back here at Memorial Stadium, downtown McClenny, Florida. Mike Cruz, Kyle Davis bringing you all the action of Baker County Wildcat Football 2024. And we're getting set to get the second half underway here. Wildcats with a 24-2 lead over Baldwin on homecoming night. And, Kyle, during that halftime break, they announced the homecoming queen for 2024. So congratulations to Miss Jenny Lee Lucky, the 2024 homecoming queen for Baker County, and she was escorted by Mr. Demarion Gibson. So congratulations to those guys, and I'm sure you'll get all the scoop on second and third runner-up and all that later. We didn't have time to take all that down here, but congratulations to Miss Jenny Lee Lucky. She is the 2024 homecoming queen for Baker County High School, and we can move on with the football game now.
Yeah, it looks like we pooch kicked to start the second half here, Max. They got the ball right here at our own, close to the 45-yard line.
Little pooch kick there to start the game and start the second half, and Screws a little fake handoff there, and he's going to scramble out now, and he's going to be chased down from behind. And I tell you what, he didn't know that pressure was coming from behind, and that was a pretty big hit.
Yeah, Tyrell Jackson for the Wildcats just runs Screws down here on the edge and makes a hard tackle.
Second down now, second down and 10 for Baldwin. Screws trying to make something happen there in the passing game. They trail the Wildcats 24-2 here on homecoming night, 11-20 to go in the third quarter. Kyle, I was excited to pull up that score a minute ago and see the Phillies on top 8-2. Let's hope we can hold that lead.
Yeah, I kind of need you to win too, Mike.
Screws in the gun, 5 receivers set, no back. Straight drop, he fires it out to the right side. He's got a receiver made over there, and he's trying to make a move, and Kel Cruz brings him down, and he's going to get a face mask call, unfortunately. Yeah. He tried to make a move and get by Kel, and Kel's mad with himself after that.
Yeah, Kel got all the face mask, all the helmet, and ripped it right off his head. There was no doubt on that one. If you're going to get a face mask, that's the way to get it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go down with a flag, make it a good one. And Kel got him. Hopefully, he should be all right after that. But that's a tough one because it looked like the Wildcats had a couple of guys over there to bring him down, Kyle, and it was going to be a short gain. But with the 15-yarder now, Baldwin's going to get a first down.
Yeah, we was in great position to make the catch. Kel Cruz was in great position to make the tackle. With help coming, man, he reaches out. And I think it's nothing he could really do. He just reached out and got a hold of facing it.
First down and 10 now from the 40-yard line, going the other way, left to right or right to left across your radio dial. Screws in the gun, calls for the football. Now we got a flag down.
Lad.
Motion before the play. That's going to be 5 yards against Baldwin.
Yeah, another miscommunication in the Wildcat secondary. We are not covering the seam. He was wide open. Without that motion penalty right there, it's a touchdown for Baldwin Indians.
Yeah, he threw the ball down the field and got a big catch, but they were blowing it dead back here. So 5 yards for Baldwin, back them up to the 45-yard line. And Screws will bring them to the line again. They're going to keep with this 5-receiver set, no backs in the backfield. See if they can get back in this football game. They trail the Cats 24-2. Screws fires one out there. He's got a catch made, and they're going to get the penalty yards back, and he makes a move and gets down the field, and that's Brown again. I'll tell you what, Kelvin Brown makes some moves and gets down the field and picks up about 25 yards. And Baldwin again in business here, 1st and 10.
Yeah, I tell you, Brown and Jacobs, man, number 1 and number 2 for Baldwin. They're two playmakers. And it looks like they're both, they don't have Brown listed, but Jacobs is a junior. Hey, they're very good with the ball in their hands, for sure.
Same thing, 5 receiver set, no backs. Screws takes the snap in the shotgun, fires out here to the left. He's going to get a catch made and dislodged from the catch.
Great.
Daz Kinghorn comes over there and hits the receiver and makes the incompletion.
Great play by Kinghorn, man. A little out route here, like a 7-yard out. Kinghorn comes up and dislodges the ball.
I used to play football when we were young with his daddy out in the Osceola Forest out there hunting with the hunting dogs and everything else. Sean Kinghorn, one of my buddies growing up, and that's his son out there making plays on the football field.
Yep, great play right there by 13.
Great play for sure. Second down and 10, 9:56 to go here in the third quarter. The Cats on top 24-2, trying to keep Baldwin out of the end zone again. The defense has pitched a shutout, but Baldwin's moved the football.
Yeah, they look like they're going straight empty now. They're trying to get back in this game, man.
Screws in the shotgun, calls for the ball, looks to throw, fires one down the right sideline, and his receiver was there, couldn't bring it in, though.
Yeah, Rhett Roden got there a little late, made a nice hit to dislodge the ball, and they're going to call the personal foul. It's so late, Mike. That's a terrible call. That's a terrible call.
I mean, this referee walks over to the player, and then as he gets to the player, throws the flag. What in the world? He didn't make the catch going down on his back, and Rhett Roden came over and hit him as he was going down, but, I mean, I didn't see anything malicious there. What in the world?
It was so late, too. He sat there and watched the play for 5 seconds. It was over. Then throws the flag because the guy's slow getting up. Bad call. You got to let him play football, man.
I don't understand that call. Let's get the microphoned official to tell us all about it. Defense number 2, he called unnecessary roughness on Landers, but Landers wasn't even over there. That was Rhett Roden that made the hit, but they're calling it unnecessary roughness. Come on.
Got a little score update for you tonight, Mike. All right. IMG Academy is beating Mandarin 35-0.
My goodness.
Now, just a little prelapse on that. I do think Mandarin's without their quarterback and receiver. Jamie, two D1 guys.
Yeah, but how good is IMG? My goodness.
Well, they're always loaded.
Yeah. We could talk a while about that, right? First down and 10 now. Baldwin at the Wildcat 13-yard line. Screw's going to fire one to the left side. He's got another catch made over here. Chase Phillips going to try to bring him down, and Brown tackled at the 8-yard line. Good tackle by Chase Phillips there, but not before another 7-yard completion here on first down. They'll have 2nd and 3.
Yeah, Baldwin's kind of went all empty set, and they're going to throw it around the yard. They're down 24-2 with nothing to lose. So, hey, our secondary's going to have to step up.
Well, I didn't like that penalty call, I'll tell you that. I mean, Baldwin hasn't moved the ball on this drive, but I didn't like that.
No, it wasn't a good call. Not a good call at all. I don't mind if you throw it right when it happens, but man, you're seconds late, 5-10 seconds late before you throw the flag.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, here we are, 24-2 ball game. Baldwin's had some chances in this ball game tonight, and Wildcats have turned them away every time. But here now, you have to wonder if this isn't the time that they get this thing in the end zone. Let's see. 2nd down and call it 3. Screws, straight drop, fires a fade to the right corner of the end zone. It's out of the outstretched arms of the receiver over there, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 3.
That was Mike Landers on the covers, man. He's been very solid over there on the island by himself.
Yeah, I thought he played pretty solid over there on that side. They called him for the penalty a minute ago. That definitely was not his penalty.
No, that was Rhett Roden, but it shouldn't have been a Rhett Roden penalty either.
No, it shouldn't have been anybody, for sure. 3rd down and 3 now. Baldwin trying to get back in this ball game somewhat. They've got the football at the Wildcat 6-yard line. They need to get it down to the 3 for a first down. Screws brings one back to the backfield now. 3 receivers to the left-hand side. 9:18 to go here in the third quarter. Screws, straight drop, fires one out to the right side. Catch is made by the receiver, and he walks in. And Baldwin's going to get a touchdown here. What a good throw that time by the quarterback, Kyle.
Yeah, that's just pitch and catch, man. We let them run a 7-yard out. They needed 7 yards across the goal line, and that was Rhett Roden trailing the coverage right there, and he wasn't in position to make the play.
He wasn't, and a lot of quarterbacks wouldn't see that vision there. You could see it well from right here where we're at, Kyle. He led that receiver probably 3 or 4 yards outside of where the coverage was. He went and got it and made the catch.
Well, Baldwin did exactly what they needed to do to start the second half, Mike. Let's see if the Wildcats can answer. They come out there going for 2 now.
24-8 now. Screws in the shotgun. He's got one receiver one back in the backfield, 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Screws, straight drop, fires to the middle of the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is completed in the back of the end zone. And Baldwin, just like that, opening up this second half with a touchdown.
Well, they kind of turned this thing over to Screws and said, go get us back in this ball game, kid. And he looked good doing it on the first drive, man.
Yeah, throws the football very well. And after that touchdown and 2-point conversion, they're down by 2 scores, 24-10, 9:12 to go in this third quarter.
Tallahassee Godby update tonight is where we're going next week, Mike. 7-6. They're beating Tallahassee Childs. Godby's 2-2 on the year. Childs is 1-3. So they're at Childs tonight in a dogfight.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see what we get ourselves into after we make that trip over there to Godby. We've been over there a couple of times over the past, 10 or 15 years. Not many trips to Godby, but at least 2. I know we made a playoff trip to Godby back in 2008, I want to say, maybe 2009. And then we went over there a few years ago just in a regular season game.
Yeah, I was at that one. I think I left to go to Biloxi, Mississippi after that.
May as well. You was already on the way.
No, it was close.
High kickoff here coming from the Indians, and the Wildcats will settle under it at the 25-yard line. And that's Nick Williams, I think, or let me check the number.
He took the ball from him. That ball was going to have the football right here.
I'm not sure who. I think that was Nick Williams, and as he was coming to the ground, the Baldwin defender takes the football for him, and they are going to give it to Baldwin.
You could not ask for a worse start for this Wildcat football team in the second half. We're going to have to step up right here and make something happen on defense to get the momentum back, because right now it's all on the Baldwin side now.
Yeah, Williams had that return out to about the 33-yard line, and it looked like the offense was going to get set to come back on the field, but he just took it from him, like you said, and now Baldwin making the plays here to start the second half, and they've taken the momentum over in this football game.
The Baldwin's going empty again. They found something they like against this Wildcat defense, and I think we need to come out of the zone and start playing man, because we're not covering the seam, we're leaving the middle of the field wide open. We're late every time they throw it to the middle.
That passing game does another thing, Kyle. It doesn't run as much clock.
Yep.
And they've got 9:04 to go in the third quarter. We've just started the second half. Screws fires one out there. He's got a receiver wide open on the edge. He's going to make the catch, and the Wildcats will tackle him. He only picks up about 5, but you can see there they give him a lot of space, and he's got the room to make the catch.
Yeah, they're in a cover 3 there again, Mike, and we're not getting the linebackers not getting out and covering the flat. I mean, we're lucky they only got 7 yards there, Mike.
Yeah, give him 5.5, 6, and second down and 4, down to the 27-yard line. Screws again, 5 receivers set, no backs in the backfield, 3 to the left. That's the strong side of the field. Screws looking to the right, looking down the middle. He had a man and almost intercepted. He overthrew his receiver, breaking across the middle that time. And was that Roden back there? It was an overthrow, and he hit Rhett Roden in a bad spot right in the head. Rhett will want to have that one back, I'm sure. My partner for a long time, David Crummey, used to say that all the time. Hit him in the worst spot he could hit him, Mike, right in the hand. And Roden would like to see that one again, I'm sure. Brings up a big third down now, 3rd down and 4. This is definitely 4-down territory, though, for this Baldwin Indians team trying to get back in the ballgame. Straight drop. Screws fires it out to the right side. That one got away from him, Kyle. He just let that one rip, and it went all the way over the cheerleaders into the stands.
So the Wildcats decided to bring a little pressure this drive. They blitz Seth Chestnut up the middle. It's all 3 plays right here, Mike, and it's making Screws get rid of the ball a little quicker. 4th down and 4, huge play for the Wildcat defense.
That looked like Jonathan Moxon trying to hit the mascot on the sideline over there. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Took over for Lance Harbor. Mm-hmm. He was a Florida State commit, by the way.
Favorite movie.
4th down play. Screws looking to throw. He's got a catch made across the middle. The receiver caught it on his knees, but he got just past the 1st down marker, makes the catch. That was number 12 for Baldwin. Barnett on the catch. No, I'm sorry. Sapp on the catch.
Marlo Sapp. got the yardage they needed. 5 yards, they got 5, needed 4.
First down and 10. Wildcat defensive lineman checks out of the game here. I think the Wildcats, no, they've got 11. Screws looking to throw. He's going to get a pick off. And Screws recocked it that time. He was going to throw to the right side. He brought it back, and when he did, it gave Seth Chestnut enough time to break underneath the receiver. And Chestnut, after Screws cocked that thing again, he brought it to the middle. Chestnut picks it off.
Well, I'll tell you, the Wildcat switched it up right there on Screws. He's seen Chestnut flying, blitzing the last 5 plays, Mike. He sets back in the middle right there. They run a little drag over the middle, and he throws it right to Chestnut.
Yeah, that was a good. The Wildcats needed that. You know, Roden had a chance at an interception before that. Now Chestnut picks it off, and that's the second interception of the night for the Cats. Coming back here, and Register almost gives it right back. My goodness, he fires one to the right side, and the defender had it read all the way. He just couldn't quite make the catch. He would have had a pick 6.
Yep, that was a pick 6 for 24 for Baldwin right there. He just dropped the ball. That's the first bad read by Register all night, really. He's got to see that.
Yeah, that was tough because he looked that way, and he was going with that throw. And I'll tell you, everybody in the stadium saw it. It was about to be a pick 6 going the other way. The Baldwin defender just couldn't bring it in. I think that was 24.
Yeah, it's 24. It was, we do not have a number for 24. That was Andre Stevens.
Stevens almost had a big play. Handoff now. Register going to fake it and keep it himself, and he's bottled up in the backfield. Can't get untracked there, and that makes it tough running. And now we're sitting here with a third down a long way. Third down and 10.
The momentum has shifted in this game since homecoming festivities night at halftime. It's kind of on the Baldwin sideline right now. We got to get it back.
That's why the coaches hate it. You know, the coaches hate the homecoming thing. I mean, the students love it, and it's great. It's a great thing. It's a great tradition, but that's why the coaches always wish they didn't have to play football on homecoming night. Pass across the middle is going to be incomplete. It looks like it could have been some type of interference against Baldwin. That was a well-thrown football. He was trying to hit Chase Phillips down the middle, and it's going to be a punt situation for the Cats.
Yeah, it looked like he turned his shoulder, got there a little early. No call, though, so, hey, we're looking to punt here. And like I say, this defense is going to have to boat her neck again, man.
Our buddy Tim Wilder up here, he didn't like it. He wanted to see the flag.
No, he scared me when he hit this test.
He gets a little fired up from time to time.
Oh, yeah.
Boatwright's going to get his foot into it, and it's going to be a low wobbler. Comes out of there, and he's going to roll to around the 44-yard line. Baldwin's going to have great field position here, and Boatwright wasn't happy with that one.
Yeah, that's one of the worst punts you'll see from Boatwright right now. So nothing going right from the Wildcats right now.
Not a lot going right for the Cats. You're right. The momentum is on the side of the Baldwin Indians, but they still trail us 24-10. Kyle, you know, we went that whole Farm Bureau halftime. I was just thinking about my buddy Tim Wilder down there, and we never even mentioned the fact that Kentucky just about knocked off the Bulldogs last week, and we've been giving those Bulldogs a fit up here. What do you got to say about that?
I watched the whole game, Mike. I think I texted you, and you told me you was asleep.
Yeah, I gave up.
No, great football game. Mark Stoops always he schemes up Georgia well, and for the most part, they always play them close, but Georgia found a way to win, and that's what good teams do.
Yeah, I got a thought about that. We'll come back in just a minute.
We got 3 wide over here with 2 guys out here.
3 wide to the right side of the field. They've got 5 wide in total with no backs in the backfield. Screws could have snapped it, though, and he gave the Wildcats time to catch up here. First down and 10, Baldwin from the 44-yard line. And now you're going to get a delay of game. What in the world is going on the Baldwin side?
I don't know. All Screws has got to do there is throw the ball in the flat on the right side right there, and we're out, man.
Yeah, you saw it up top there. You got excited. You had to let everybody know. Appreciate that. Now, you know, my thought about that game we were talking about a moment ago is Baldwin has to burn the timeout here, or they burned a timeout after the delay. But no, they didn't take a timeout. Now the official's telling them to get back over here. But my thought about that, you know, I'll get to that in just a moment. First down and 15 now for Baldwin. They back it up to the 49-yard line of the Cats. Screws, straight drop. He's going to fire one deep down the right sideline. Good coverage over there by the Cats. And that's going to be an incompletion out of bounds. So Wildcats, good coverage over there. It'll be 2nd and 15.
That's great coverage by Rhett Roden. It looks like they moved him from his normal safety spot out in the corner right now in the last few possessions. I don't know if Landers has got hurt or what's going on, but 2's on the sideline too.
Interesting. 2nd down and 15. We'll watch. We'll keep an eye on that.
Screws now, they're going to send 5 wide again. 2 to the high side. Ball lined up right down the middle of the field here. Baldwin moving right to left. Gavin Screws takes the snap, looks to throw. He's going to be under pressure this time, and the Cats are going to bring him down in the backfield for a sack. And I said Gavin, that's his brother. Gage is the quarterback, and he's going to take a 2-yard loss here, and one of the Cats is shaking up. That's 99, man. He's had a heck of a game. We hope to see him get back up. That was a great play by Kel Cruz right there. Yeah, we'll have to check on this just a second. He's had a whale of a game, like you said. Jason Johnson. Yeah, Johnson's been playing lights out tonight. He had an interception earlier in the game, and we'll check on him in a minute. My thought on that earlier, Kyle, you know, when teams have big years, normally they have some sort of near miss somewhere along the way, and sometimes they even have a loss, you know, at some point in time. But you didn't expect Georgia to really struggle with Kentucky last week. So, and the reason why I didn't expect them to struggle was because I watched Kentucky just get manhandled all over the field the week before that against South Carolina. And you saw last week, South Carolina came within an eyelash of knocking off LSU. So, you know, South Carolina turns out that they got a pretty good football team over there. And, you know, for Kentucky to come back and play Georgia the way they did. But my thought on that is for Georgia, you know, you go on the road in the SEC. I know people hate to hear that, but it is true. You go on the road in the SEC or even any big-time conference football, you're going to have stumbles here and there. So I don't think Georgia really misses a beat with that, but lucky to get out with the win last week.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have them games where you just you don't bring it that night. And that's the ones you got to get by. Now, in this new system you got where you got a 12-team playoff, you can lose one or two. So
well, yeah, if you're one of those top echelon teams, you can, but they're fortunate to get out of there with the win to stay unblemished. Third down, a long way to go here for Baldwin. Screw's going to fire one, and he's got a catch made. He's going to get him to the 40, and that's going to give them enough yardage for the coach to think about the fourth down here.
Yeah, we rushed 3 there, got pressure still, dropped everybody else back. They was able to complete. We're going to look at a 4th and 6 right here.
They've got 6 yards to go, and if they would have thrown an incompletion there, you probably would have seen them punt. But now they're going to be looking at 4th down and going for it here. They need a good 7 yards down to the 34-yard line, just outside the 40. Screw, straight drop, fires one across the middle. It's going to be picked off. This time, Rhett Roden does not drop it, and Rhett Roden's got room to run. He's back to the 40, to the 45, and he's across midfield, and Rhett Roden lets that one come back, but we've got a flag over there we're going to have to check on, Kyle.
Yeah, Rhett Roden continues to be in the right spot at the right time, man. He seems to get an interception every game, huh?
And Screws is over there pointing toward the Wildcats, so he believes this is going to be against the Cats. It's going to be a personal foul, roughing the passer against the Cats. That's going to wipe out a big turnover, and not only is it wipe out a big turnover, it's going to give Baldwin a big first down. I never even saw the flag over there, Kyle, and Roden was bringing the interception return back, but I'll tell you what, that was tough.
To make matters worse, I've watched Chase Phillips limp off to the sidelines here. We got 99, Big Javion Johnson down, and Chase Phillips on the injury bench right now. So,
yeah, you want to go into your first district contest next week with all a healthy squad, but more importantly, you want to go in with some momentum. And I tell you, right now the Cats on the verge of letting Baldwin get right back into this ball game. It's 24-10, 5:40 to go here in the third quarter, and Baldwin's going to have a first down and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, nothing going right for these Wildcats right now. We need to make a play to change the momentum.
Yeah, I tell you, man, the one thing that you hate to see as we get ready for the district play here, really the second half of the season, I know we've got that rescheduled game, so our win-loss record's kind of off balance with other people. It's like we've had a week off already, but I tell you, you don't want to see guys getting hurt, and you don't want to see us losing momentum. And right now in this game, we had all the momentum, Kyle. 24-2 going to halftime. Come out in the second half, make a stand, and go get some points. But Baldwin has had other ideas.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to change it, Max, to make a play right here on defense.
First down and 10. They're going to hand the ball off this time. They give it to the running back out of the backfield, and he's got a crease and a hole, and he's going to get down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. So they caught the Wildcats there. They've gone 5 wide with no backs for the longest time. This time they line up the running back,
And that's the same guy we've been talking about all night long, number 2.
Chase Phillips is running back on the field now. We barely get him, the other guy off the field in time.
Jacobs is the guy I was talking about. He gets the second carry here. He's going to get it inside the 10 for a 5-yard gain on first down. So now Baldwin, second down, call it 6, from inside the 10. They can get a first down around the 3-yard line.
Yeah, this defense looks gas. We hadn't had the ball the third quarter but one possession and didn't do anything with it.
Second down play, Screws in the shotgun. Screws takes a snap, looking to throw. He's under pressure this time. Now slings one late. He found a receiver late in the play, and that was number 1, Kelvin Brown, who's made a ton of plays tonight. He had a one-handed catch earlier, and here he catches a 9-yard pass across the middle for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a great play by quarterback Gavin Screws. He's rolling to his right, throws back across his body to the middle of the field, and finds number 1, Kelvin Brown, which has been all over the place tonight for the Baldwin Indians.
Now Baldwin is going to go for a 2-point conversion. They've got it down to an 8-point lead now, so if they had a field goal kicker, you'd think they'd kick the extra point here, but
they don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing.
They're going for 2. Screws is coming back on the field.
My goodness.
He's coming to hold, though. They are going to kick it.
Yeah, they're going to kick it. Screws is the holder, so let's see if they can make this a 7-point game. The snap is back, the kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So Baldwin has scored 15 unanswered points here to start the second half, and they've made this a 24-17 ball game. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Baker County Farm Bureau wants to wish the Baker County Wildcats much success this football season. Baker County Farm Bureau, specializing in auto insurance, homeowners insurance, along with life insurance. To get started with Farm Bureau, contact Jack Baker or Justin Webb at 259-6332. That's 259-6332.
Hi, this is Larry Birkins of Birkins Chevrolet in McClenny. It is truly an honor to help make these Wildcat radio broadcasts possible. Birkins Chevrolet with sales and service 6 days a week. Cars, trucks, SUVs, certified used cars. We help customers establish or reestablish credit. Thank you, Wildcat fans. From Larry Birkins at Birkins Chevrolet, US 90 in the heart of McClenny.
Online at BirkinsChevy.com.
A 24-17 ball game here in McClenny, Florida. Side of tonight's matchup, the Baldwin Indians on the road taking on the Wildcats of Baker County. It had been all Wildcats. It was 24-2 at the halftime break, but 2 touchdowns here, 15 unanswered points for these Indians has closed the gap. It's 24-17, and there's still 4:33 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, we got to move the ball here, man. We got to get a few first downs and let your defense work. I'm telling you, the defense is completely gassed. I'm watching them come to the sideline right now. They've been on the field the whole third quarter.
4:33 to go in the quarter, and Hudson Register going to bring this team back out. We're at the 39-yard line, a decent starting field position here for the Cats to start off the second half. 4-man front now. Another one sneaks up there for Baldwin. Register takes the snap, going to try to run the football. And the Cats, again, are having trouble up there. And I tell you what, this guy, number 2, he's a football player. You said it. He's undersized, Jacobs, but you see him, he doesn't leave the field. He's playing offense, he's playing defense, and he makes plays.
That's the kind of guys I want on my team, Mike.
Second down 9, only a 1-yard gain that time for the Cats. Register's got both of his running backs there with him, Kennedy and Williams, now going to throw. Straight drop, and Register's under pressure, and he doesn't have time for that, and Register's going to be sacked.
I'm telling you, man, these Baldwin fans, the Baldwin sideline, the Baldwin players are all into this football game right now, and the Wildcats better wake up.
Yeah, they're going to have to. I tell you, that is tough. I think Register's been on the ground now about 3 times tonight with sacks from Baldwin, and we got to clean that up. You got to give him a little bit of time to throw the football.
Yeah, they're rushing 5 and getting big time pressure on Register right now.
And we had time earlier in the game. I mean, we had some time. Third down, 15 now. Cats, 3:30 to go here in the third quarter. We need a first down. 2 receivers to the right. Now Williams comes out in motion. Register going to fire a screen pass to Kennedy, and he is drilled and going to lose yards on the screen pass that time. Baldwin's flying around right now, and you said it. Their sidelines, their players, they're feeling it.
Yeah, they're feeling it right now, man. We're going to punt the ball back, so we need to get a good punt off here. And, hey, the defense didn't get much of a break. We needed a first down bad there, so, hey, the defense is going to have to come out here and make a play to change this game back around for the Wildcats.
Going to have to get a play. We thought we had one earlier when Roden picked that ball off, but they called roughing the passer on the Cats, so we weren't able to get the turnover. Now, punt is away for Boatwright. He's going to get a low tail dragger over there to the right side. I'm not sure what just happened over there, but one of the Baldwin Indians. What was that, Kyle? What happened?
I missed it. I was watching the ball roll out, but we got our number 4 with his hands up, Baldwin's players with their helmets off. It's not good.
Our press box here seems to think this is against Baldwin, but the Baldwin players are acting like the Wildcats did something. They're being told to get back to their sideline. Either way, something.
And I get another sideline warning now. Baldwin won't get off the field. Maybe I thought we needed to change the momentum back right here, Mike.
Wildcats are urging the fans to get behind them here. Whatever happened right there, I didn't get a chance to see it. We'll get a chance to talk about it in just a moment. But either way, the punt went out of bounds around the 32-yard line. A good punt from Boatwright. They didn't have a chance to return it. But during that play, something happened up around midfield, and there were players with their helmets off. And now I see 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 flags on the field. So they're going to sort this out. I'm sure he'll be happy to tell us with his microphone.
Good news is I see 99 back in the game for the Wildcats, and 2, Mike Landers is also back in the game.
That 99 news is the best news I've heard because he's had a whale of a game, and I'm glad that when he went off earlier, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, me neither. He looked like he's in some pain.
He looks like he's running just fine right now. He's back in the ball game. That's great. We're going to sort this penalty out here and see what's going on. 2 minutes and 39 seconds on the clock. Baldwin has fought their way back into this football game. 24-17 now. The Cats on top by 7. Baldwin's going to have the football, but here, let's see where the penalty's going to be. He's marking it off. Let's see, we got one personal foul, and that's going to be against Baldwin. That's going to be 15 yards. So that'll take it at least to the 17. And after the play, and he threw an additional sideline warning, you said, so that won't cost him any yards, but they won't be able to have another one.
They should mark that off where the ball's spotted now. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I mean, they should. It'll go back to the 17-yard line. It should. Let's see what happens.
So that was 5 flags for 2 fouls there, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to get an explanation on what happened. But either way, Baldwin hurts themselves there because they had all the momentum in this game. They've got it down to a 24-17. They would have had good field position, and now they're back to the 17. So giving the Cats defense a chance here anyway. (24-17). Baldwin with the football. First down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Gage Cruz, the quarterback for Baldwin. He's got 4 receivers this time. They're going to put a back in the backfield with him. Let's see.
You're still trying to get it straightened out, Mike. These referees and these referees don't. These microphones ain't helping them out too much, man.
Yeah, it's just taking so long in between. You know, they get the flags. They have to take a long time and talk about it. And I knew it from the get-go, Kyle, tonight when they brought that microphone up here and spent an hour working on that thing, that it was going to be all about the refs tonight. I'm not saying they called a bad game. I'm just saying they've taken too long and they've taken too much attention.
Yeah, they definitely inserted themselves in the game, Mike. They've done a lot of laundry on the field.
Yeah, just come on, let's play football. 2.5 minutes in this third quarter, and it seems like this third quarter has lasted forever, and that's what this passing game for Baldwin does to you. You know, incompletion, stop the clock. They've had guys get out of bounds, and this is their third possession of the third quarter.
They're spreading us out again. We got 3 on our side, 4 wide.
Screws in the shotgun. Here we go. First down and 10. He calls for the football, straight drop from the 17-yard line. Rolls to his right, looking across the middle. This time he's unable to hit the receiver across the middle that time. tried to make kind of a sidearm throw in there, and the Cats did a better job. They flushed him out of the pocket. He had to throw on the run, and it's going to be second down and 10.
Yeah, good coverage by the Cats there. They kind of flushed him to the right. They had a guy breaking open on this left side, but he couldn't make that throw back across his body.
Second down 10, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. They keep 1 back in the backfield with Screws, the quarterback. Screws is in the shotgun. Looking to hand the ball off to the running back here. He's got room out across the 20, out to the 23-yard line before he's cut down maybe the 24. Might be 7 yards there, and it's going to bring up third and short, third down and 3.
Yeah, that's too much. That's not too much. We can't give up a 7-yard run on second and 10. They're spreading us out, Mike, and I tell you, they're using the running game, too.
Third down and 3.
It's 9-2, man.
Well, I was going to tell you what happened. I'll tell you in a minute, I guess. Third down. They hand the ball off again. He needs 3 yards. He's brought down in the backfield. What a play.
Yeah, great play by Ty. That's Jeremiah Mitchell.
Jeremiah Mitchell, number 3. You thought it was 13 for a moment, but that was 3 coming off the defensive front. He was a captain for tonight's ball game, and now Baldwin's going to have to punt this one. They can't afford to go for it here. That changed it from 3rd and 3 to 4th down and 6 in a hurry as Mitchell got back there and brought the running back down in the backfield.
Yeah, a huge play by Mitchell right there for the Wildcats. Let's see if we can get the ball here and go move the ball. We're putting Phillips back.
Yeah, he was banged up earlier, so it's good to see him running around there just fine. He's back to return the punt. He's going to stand around midfield. So if things work out here, Kyle, we could come out of this with great field position.
Yeah, let's take this to the house and go ahead and end this thing, Mike.
Just over a minute to go in the third quarter. We're going to head down to the fourth quarter here shortly with the Cats with a 7-point lead. Chance to get a good field position after this. Let's see. Chase Phillips is back there. He's going to let this one hit, though. And it takes a ball and roll. Why were we running away from that one? We should have come up and fielded that one.
Yeah, we gave up 20 yards of field position by not catching the punt. And that's been something all year, Mike, that we talked about on the radio. We've got to come up and catch the ball.
That right there, Chase Phillips has been the guy that's been back there coming up and catching it. But that time, somebody told him because he immediately backed off, Kyle. That was coming from the sideline for sure. I understand not wanting to make a mistake in a tight ball game. I get it. But that's 20 yards.
Yeah.
First down and 10, Cats from the 30-yard line. 46 seconds on the clock. We're going to split out one receiver to the left-hand side. Now Kanias Williams comes to the backfield. 2 backs back there. Chase Phillips is with him. And Register getting set. 2 receivers to the left, 2 backs in the backfield. Shotgun snap. Register looking to throw. Scrambles to his right, hits from behind and sacked, and the ball's out, and we got it back. Luckily, the Cats are going to get it back. My goodness.
Everything's taking too long, man. We need to get the ball quick to the perimeter, get the ball out of Register's hands and try to establish something on here. I mean, we're trying to go deep, and we're not blocking it up.
Oh, my goodness.
22 seconds and winding here in the third quarter, 24-17 Wildcats.
I think they're going to let the clock run out here. Coach Mays is going to let this thing roll to the second half. Under 5 to go in the third quarter, and Register facing a second down and 20. They are going to snap it, though. And Kanias Williams is going to run out of there across the 30 to the 35, lowers his shoulder, and gets all the way to the 38-yard line. And after that play, it's only going to be third down and 1.
Yeah, huge play right here. We run a little draw up the middle, and Kanias picks up, 18 yards? 3rd and 2. That'll be the end of the third quarter, 24-17 Wildcats.
Well, the Cats will face, they're going to mark him about 3 yards short, so they're going to face a 3rd and 3 when we come back. 24-17 Wildcats. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
For over 50 years, dependable heating and air conditioning has been serving the community of McClenny. They provide quality air conditioning, HVAC, and electrical work to the residents of McClenny and the surrounding areas. The phone number for dependable heating and air conditioning is 259-6546. Oscar and Susie Gray would like to say, go Wildcats. Again, that's dependable heating and air conditioning, 259-6546.
Dual State Real Estate is a proud supporter of Wildcat football. We offer home and land sales as well as property management in Florida and Georgia. Come in for a free consultation and we'll show you how to get up to 16% more for your property. Mention this ad and we'll give you free buyer representation. Don't hesitate. Call Dual State. Owned and operated by Sabrina Thrift. Call us today at 904-397-0263 or check us out at dualstaterealestate.com. We'll give you service you deserve from people you can trust. And at Dual State Real Estate, we are always Wildcat proud.
Wildcats are going to line it up here at the 37-yard line. They need 3 yards for a first down. Third down. Hudson Register fired a quick pass to the right side, looking to just get a quick hitter off the line of scrimmage. It was batted into the air and almost intercepted by the Indians, and the Wildcats are going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, that's a good play to get your hands up by the Baldwin defensive end right there. Tips the ball, out calls the interception. They're going to punt it away. Need good protection here and a good punt by Boatwright.
Man, I'm not super upset about that play call, Kyle. I mean, you're just looking for a quick hitter there. You get a little possession receiver. We've had that work in the past couple of weeks, but you get it batted up the line, and
hey, that's a great punt by Boatwright, Mike.
The punt was great, but we got to check this flag.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm with you. I was going to tell you about the punt in just a moment, but you called it, but I was looking at the flag on the far sideline. Sorry.
Maybe they're waving it off.
There you go. Yeah, so we have the ball. Let's see. We have the ball at the 37. This ball comes to rest at the 15. So you take 35 and add that to another 13. What do you got? 48-yard
punt. It looks like it's going to be on us.
Just a quick score update for you, Kyle, and I'll only do this because it's postseason clinching night for the Phillies if they win. They got 2 runs there in the 6th inning and 10-2 over the Mets right now.
Yeah, I don't think you can turn that one off, Mike. It's probably over.
We can pop open some champagne later and celebrate the postseason. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Saturdays ain't for champagne, I can tell you.
Oh, no, I'm just aggravated. It's tough having a Braves fan up here with me, and not to mention the fact that he's a Braves fan. He's a Seminole fan. So I tell you, it's made the booth a little uncomfortable at times.
No, not uncomfortable.
All right, so they called a 5-yard penalty against the Wildcats, so that moves it from the 15 to the 20. And now Baldwin's going to have it. They trail by 7, 11:46 to go in the ball game. Baldwin with the football from their own 20. Gage Screws, the quarterback, takes a snap, going to run the football. They're going to run it to the left side, and Cale Cruz has the running back to the right side of the backfield, and now Baldwin's going to get a 3-yard loss or so on this play. The Wildcats strung that out very well. Cale Cruz was back there, and that was number 2, Jacobs, on the carry.
Yeah, Cale strung it out to the sideline, and Landers comes up trying to make the tackle, and he's just getting healed all the way around over there, no flag.
Second down, call it 11 after a loss there. Should have been a bigger loss, but they gave him a little forward momentum over there. Not sure why, but I thought he went out of bounds about 2 yards behind that. Second down, Screws in the shotgun, takes a snap, fires it left side, and it's dropped.
Yeah, that's a great play by, looked like 20. Was that Cale?
I think it's Cale over there.
Cruz again.
Yeah, Mike Landers and Cale kind of patrolling the same area over there, and
no, that was 30. That was 30. That was Case Foster.
Either way, the receiver would have only had about 3 or 4 yards on the catch, but he couldn't bring it in. And now the Wildcat defense can get them off the field. 11.5 to go in the ball game. 24-17, Cats up by 7. Third down and 10 now for the Indians from the 20-yard line. Screws takes a snap, straight ahead, looking to throw it left side. It's going to be incomplete. The receiver went high in the air trying to bring that one down, and if anything, if I can critique Screws at all, he's been high.
But Kelvin Brown about made another exceptional catch, man.
Yeah, I will say this. Screws thrown the ball really well tonight, but he has been bailed out by his receivers a few times with some great catches.
When he misses high.
Yeah. You like that Jonathan Moxon reference earlier, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. See, Wildcats force another punt here. Should have good field position again, Matt.
Yeah, Chase Phillips is back there. Let's see if he comes up and makes the catch on this one. Surely. Fourth down. They're going to punt it away. Screws is the punter. He gets his foot into it. It's a low end-over-end punt. Phillips does come up and get it at the 45. Trying to dance his way out of there. He's going to get away to the 40. Chase Phillips made a big-time move. He's on his feet to the 30. Chase Phillips across the field to the 25 to 20, and he's going to fall down at the 12-yard line. What a great return by Chase Phillips, and most importantly, I don't see any laundry on the field.
Nah, you won't see a better punt return, man. He brings it to our sideline, back to their sideline, and he scores a touchdown. He got tripped up by the grass, man. He was going to the end zone. I don't know if he ran out of catch or what, but what a heck of a electric play from Chase Phillips.
There were 4 Baldwin Indians around Phillips at the 45-yard line, and Kyle, he took a step toward them, and they all froze. He came back to the left sideline, danced over here, got back to the middle of the field, and I thought he was going for a touchdown.
Maybe that changes the momentum back that we need right here with 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We got the ball here 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Register in the gun from the 12. Wildcats are going to hand it off to Kanias Williams, and Kanias is fighting hard in there, but not much room to run. The Cats are thinking here, let's get some points and let's run some clock.
Yeah, you got to do something here. Run the clock, and you definitely got to come over points. But you want a touchdown with the field position you got right now.
Second down, it's going to be 2nd and 9. We're just inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line here. Cats still on top by 7. 10.5 minutes to go here on homecoming night on what seems like it's been a long game. I haven't checked the time, Kyle, but it seems like it's been a long time.
Entertaining game. I hadn't even looked at my phone, Matt.
2nd down, 9. Nick Williams in motion. They're going to hand it to Williams again, and Kanias gets a hold right through the middle of the defense, and he's going to go 12 yards for the Wildcat touchdown. And Baldwin just scratching their head back there how Kanias got through that gap, but he did. And Kanias Williams goes into the end zone, a 12-yard Wildcat touchdown to break this thing back open by 2 scores.
All set up by special teams and a Chase Phillips elector. I'm telling you, I electrifying punt return.
Yeah, this touchdown was definitely credited to number 1, Chase Phillips. What a return. I don't know that I've seen a better punt return over the years. We've had all kind of plays tonight, Kyle. We've had one-handed catches. We've had a 95-yard wheel route that went for a touchdown, Hudson Hodges. We've had a 40-yard field goal. I mean, we've seen everything in this ballgame.
Yeah, we've had one-handed catches. We've had all kind of stuff on both sides.
Yeah, that's what I mean, both sides. I mean, Baldwin's had some acrobatic catches by those big-time receivers they've got. And we've had field goals, interceptions. I mean, you name it, buddy.
And a homecoming queen.
Boatwright in there now for the Cats to attempt the extra point. The snap is a good one. The hold is good. And the kick right down the middle. And Brock Boatwright has not missed tonight. He's got 4 point-after touchdowns, and he's got a 40-yard field goal to his credit, and that is 31-17. So, 4 plus 7. 7 points for Brock Boatwright tonight.
There you add them up. I'm not real sure Boatwright's missed all year, like I said. If he has, it's only one.
Yeah, we had one. There was I'm trying to remember the game, but there was one miss, but it was early. And I think other than that one miss, I think he's been good on every other one. Cats with a 31-17 lead now over Baldwin after Baldwin had scored 15 unanswered points to start this second half. Get back into the ball game, but now the Cats have opened it back up. So you can expect, if I told you that this game had been long earlier, you can expect it to get longer because Baldwin's just going to sit back and throw it now.
Right, no doubt. They're going to go empty again and air it out.
So the way you beat that is 3 and out.
That's it. Get the ball back and run some more clock on that.
That's it.
Good crowd tonight for the Wildcats on homecoming.
Yeah, you always expect that on homecoming night. Good crowd, good energy. The stadium. It's always fun to be at home, Kyle. It beats the heck out of what we did last week. Hit the ball. Hit the ball. The ball is live. It kicks down. It's dead where we pick it up, I think. So we'll have the ball at the 1 yard line. So Brock Boatwright's kickoff came to a rest at the 1 yard line over there, and nobody from Baldwin went over to get it. The officials never blew the play dead. The Wildcats went over there to get it, so it's going to be Wildcat football.
Yeah, the ball's still pickers up at, yep. You cannot advance it, so the ball will be dead at the 1. I don't know what Baldwin was thinking there.
I mean, with all the new kickoff rules in the NFL and everything, who knows what they were thinking, but you've got to go and get the football.
Yep, first down Wildcats at the 1 yard line.
And I don't know, I don't know how much they practice special teams and stuff in practice, but the players have got to be aware of that.
I have no idea what Baldwin. I don't know if I've ever seen that, Matt.
Well, I've seen, in the old days, back when the ball, before they did this whole 25-yard line touchback business and everything, when you saw, before the, now when the ball goes in the end zone, they just all automatically blow it dead when you watch college and NFL. But in the old days, you used to see that every now and then. Somebody would fumble a football or somebody forget to go cover it. I hadn't seen that in years.
Yep.
Years. And in high school, I don't know if I've seen that here ever.
What do you think about the new kicking rules?
I mean,
it's so different. It's so hard for me to get used to watching it. But I guess there's a kicking zone it's got to land in, and a touchback comes out to the 30 or 35.
Yeah, so it's in the NFL. So between the goal line and the 20-yard line is the landing zone, right? So if a player catches the ball in that landing zone, they have to return it, okay? So ideally what they're trying to do is encourage some returns, but they're also lining they're lining the defenders up at the midfield mark, but they can't leave until the ball's called.
Well, that gives them, so you're not getting tackled
right
with a full head of speed.
Right, so they're trying to reduce concussions, they're trying to reduce injuries, and they're trying to do that kind of thing. I don't think they're getting the result they were hoping for early on, but it's early. We got to see.
Power formation in again, Matt. Let's see if we can punch it in.
First down from the 1 for the Wildcats after the crazy kickoff play. Kanias Williams again. He's going to barrel his way ahead for the 1 yard touchdown, and the Cats have now answered back from the Baldwin run here in the third quarter. Baldwin had scored 15 unanswered to make it 24-17, but with the touchdown now, the Cats have a chance to make this 14 unanswered and make it a 38-17 game.
Yeah, with all the momentum Baldwin had, it's a great job. Great answer from the Wildcats, man. And I'll tell you, the momentum when we talk about a shift is completely back on this Wildcat sideline right now.
And Kyle, believe it or not, in two of the most different ways possible that you can do it, the Wildcats have gotten the ball on 2 kickoffs tonight.
Yep.
One with an onside kick back at the line of scrimmage where Boatwright just dribbled it across the 50, and it got to the 47 of Baldwin. We went down and covered it. Case Foster got it. And on this one, he booms it all the way to the 1 yard line. The ball just sits there. Nobody goes and gets it from Baldwin, so the Wildcats get down there. They picked it up and ran it in for what would have been a touchdown, but you can't advance it. So in two of the weirdest ways possible, you get the ball on kickoff.
Yeah.
We did it tonight.
I'm sure the Wildcat coaches schemed up the onside kick. They probably seen something on film. They thought they had an advantage right there to make that happen. Now, I can't give them the credit. They surely didn't think Baldwin wasn't going to pick the ball up at the 1 yard line. I mean, I don't understand why.
I don't think they were thinking that way. I think they were thinking just kick it away from those guys and don't let them return it. But
anyways, great. I mean, great night for the Wildcat special teams.
Special teams. I mean, what are you going to say? I mean, you get the ball on 2 kickoffs. You got a 40-yard field goal. Boatwright's 5 for 5 on extra points.
Chase Phillips with a great return to get them down inside the 15-yard line.
A touchdown return, really, because he set up a touchdown for the Cats. I mean, special teams getting it done for the Cats tonight. This one's going to go over his head, and he's going to have to get it because it checked up at the 2-yard line. But Baldwin does return this one. They're going to get it out to around the 20, maybe the 21-yard line. So that time, though, you expect when you see a kick like that, it's just going to bound on into the end zone. That one checked up at the 2. He had to catch it in the air and go.
I see one of my old coaches leaving early tonight. Rodin's leaving the stadium. I guess he thinks this one's over.
He might have just seen enough. Sometimes, Kyle, like it was with me watching Texas A&M last week, sometimes you just see enough.
Yeah, I tell you, I used to watch Rock play. I was little. That was 89 and 90, and he was something else, man.
Yeah, Rock Rugg played defense. Used to have one of the records for tackles.
Yep. Held it for a long time. Does he not hold it? Is it?
Who knows anymore? You know that we used to have the record book up here, and we used to be able to keep it, and we used to know. But over the years, that stuff's just gone by the wayside.
What's this world coming to, man?
Yeah, it's just a different time.
Great play.
Good job by the Cats getting inside on the sack here.
That is 3, I believe that's going to be. Another great play by Jeremiah Mitchell. I'll tell you what, man, he's had a great game tonight.
Yeah, he was a captain before the game, and he's gotten 2 sacks for sure, and you're thinking 3. Yeah, I tell you what, Kyle, Cats answered, nice job answering back the momentum shift from Baldwin there. They made this a 24-17 game, and now the Cats have pulled away to make it 38-17.
Well, it shows you, man, face a little adversity, can you come back and answer the call? And those Wildcats have done it tonight.
They have, and this will help them carry some momentum next week because you really need to have some momentum.
Big game at Godby next week in Tallahassee.
Second down play. Screws is under pressure again. Fires one and should be picked off. I thought Chestnut had another one.
Oh, man.
They're going to wave it off, say incomplete.
Yeah, 13 right there. With Kinghorn, he tried that like he called it, but it hit the ground. Like, great job. May have an acting career, Mike.
Chestnut had a chance to pick that one off and take it to the house, Kyle.
He did. He hit him like what was your old partner say? He hit him in the wrong spot. He hit him right in the wrong spot.
Wildcats have been an opportunistic defense tonight. They've had chances to make some big plays, and they have made a couple.
Yeah, 3rd down and long here. It'd be 3rd and 14 for the falling in.
3rd down, 14. Screws is going to be in the shotgun.
9 minutes left in the 4th quarter, 9:03.
Yeah, and it's almost 9:30 already.
Oh, goodness.
The officials, again, stop and play.
Clock's running though, Mike. That's a good thing.
They could have. Here we go. 3rd down, 13. Screws in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. He's forced out of there again. Fires one deep down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it out here to his guy, number 1, Kelvin Brown, and Brown can't quite run that one down.
Another flag. Surely not roughing the passer.
Well, from where the flags are positioned over there, Screws had rolled all the way over here.
Should be holding.
Yeah, should be holding behind the play, and we could decline that if that's what it is.
Whitehat's about to tell us.
Yeah, he's made a mess of this game, I'll tell you. You got illegal use of the hands to the face against the defense and holding on the offset.
We'll replay it down.
I got in trouble a while ago because, I said these guys made a mess of this thing, but I got in trouble. My buddy Travis Barton down there.
Oh, yeah.
Trav, he's no barber. He's about as good a Wildcat and Gator fan as you can get. He's a buddy of mine forever and ever and ever, and he told me to lay off the refs.
Oh, yeah?
That's what he told me. I'm gonna lay off the refs. So after the penalties, they will offset. We'll have a 3rd down, 13. They'll replay the down here.
Very quiet.
It's gotten quiet and it's gotten stalled. It's just gotten stalled. 3rd down, 13. Play clock down to 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Screws finally calls for the football. He's under pressure again, looking to throw. Fires one across the middle again, and that one's knocked away. What a play. Case Foster came from nowhere and knocked it away from the receiver there. Great play by Case Foster. My goodness.
He's telling them about it too, Mike. He is telling them. They're still talking now. That's a great play by Case Foster.
Parker didn't like it. Parker was saying something back to Foster, and Case didn't care. What a play, man. He ran that thing down. I thought the receiver was going to make that catch.
I don't think Baldwin has a choice here, man. They got to go for it. 4th and 13 from their own. Looks like 19-yard line.
Yeah, they're down 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. They still have 8.5 minutes on the clock, but they are going to go for it.
I don't know. We think they're punting, I guess. I don't know what Rhett Roden's doing.
They're just playing safe in case he does punt it, but now he is going to throw one. 4th down, they throw one deep, and he's got a man. Unbelievable. They got a man. He's all the way down the sideline. That's going to be a touchdown for Baldwin. They got behind the defense over there, Kyle, on the far sideline, and Screws just threw it as far as he could. The receiver ran it down, and Baldwin's going to score a touchdown here.
I have no idea what I just saw, man. It's 4th and 14, and we think they're punting. Then Rhett Roden comes up, and then they run a guy in single covers down the sideline. It outruns our guy for a 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if we just weren't aware there, or if we were putting the guy back because we thought he might try to quick kick that, but you don't do that. Because if he does, you just let it roll through.
Oh, well, get the ball back and run the clock out. You can't let people behind you in that situation.
Oh, and they did. He got over the top behind them down the far sideline, right in front of the Baldwin bench, and that was, I don't even know how many yards.
That's 81. It was at the 19-yard line up.
81 yards, and Screws threw that thing probably 60 yards in the air. The receiver went and got it. The extra point's good, so instead of it being a 14-point lead, or I'm sorry, it's now 38-24, so it is a 14-point lead. But gave Baldwin a little thought. They've got some life here.
Yeah, we needed a timeout on defense there, man. We was confused from the get-go. We thought they was punting. We come up late. Rhett comes up way late. The ball was already snapped, and they throw it over the top of it. Not good look for your defense right there.
Yeah, the receiver just straight go route on that far sideline, and he hauled it in. And you got to credit Screws for that pass. It was on the money. And now Baldwin is going to kick to the Wildcats with 8:15 to go in the game. Wildcats still up 14. My goodness, this game is going to last forever.
It is. You give up plays like that, it makes it a little longer, Mike.
It does. Well,
Kyle, the Godby kickoff next week, Mike. Do we have a time? Is it 6:30 or 7?
Well, it won't be 6:30. 6:30, the only time we ever kick off at 6:30 is when you're playing inside Duval County. It'll either be 7 or 7:30. But hopefully 7:30, because we're gonna have to drive over there, and you're gonna have to come pick me up and drive me.
Oh, damn! I guess I am the young one, man.
Yeah, I won't be able to stay awake on the way back. Baldwin's going to try the onside kick here. The Cats are going to come up, and it's going to be. They got it. We're going to have to check this.
I mean, do we not think we just talked good about special teams?
No,
you've got to know an onside kick's coming right there, man. We're not ready for it. I'm just telling you.
Well, here's the thing: if they would have just backed up, that ball might not have even gone 10 yards because it was at the 49-yard line when the Baldwin guy got there. But our guy touched it, so he was able to hit our guy.
He was indecisive. Did he want to touch it? Did he not want to touch it?
Wasn't sure. He came up and just wasn't confident, and so he touched the ball. Then Baldwin, coming up the field, makes the hit on him and jars the ball loose, and now Baldwin's got the football.
All right, defense, let's go. You need to stop. The momentum has clearly went the other way right now. Again, it's been a game of
this game. I mean, this game has taken all kind of twists and turns. I mean, we've seen everything in this football game that you can see. And, I mean, that's the second onside kick of the night that's been successful, won by each team. We've seen it all. First down play from the 49-yard line of the Wildcats. Screws in the shotgun. He fires one to the right sideline, and we had all kind of pressure back there, and we got a holding call.
You're going to get a hold. Baldwin found something they like. They've used it really the last since the second quarter. They went empty, and we're giving Screws a little time to look down the field and make plays. We're having to cover for too long. I think you got to get pressure on this kid.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we bring some blitzes or something, but that time the Cats did get pressure on him, and he saw it late and had to fire it out of there, and it was incomplete out of bounds, but the holding call is going to back him up 10. So they'll get to do the down over, but it's a big holding call. It takes it all the way back to the 41-yard line, and so it'll be first down and 20 now. As you replay the down. Screws is going to bring three receivers over here to the right side, come talk to them, and they've got plenty of time on the play clock.
Yeah, he's got his number 2 out here in the slot, number 1 on the far side. That's his guys he likes to go to.
Screws in the gun. One man goes in motion. Screws going to fire it to him out of the backfield there, and he makes the catch. He's at the 40 to the 45, and he's going to be hit and tackled right there. Case Foster does not let him out of his grasp, and it's going to be second down and about 14 after that play.
Yeah, he tried to flop on Foster there. Foster was going to help him up, and he flopped down like we pushed him. Foster wouldn't have any of that. Case Foster's tough. Now, I like watching him play. He was the captain tonight, Case Foster, and who did I say? Number 3, Jeremiah Mitchell. Clock's running. Clock's on our side now, Mike. 7:17 and counting.
Second down and 14. Screws in the shotgun. It's a 38-24 Wildcat lead here late in the ball game. Screws takes the snap, looking down the sideline. And the catch is incomplete over there, and a big hit on the receiver over there on that far sideline. Mike Landers with the hit.
Great hit on. That was a hit on Jeremiah Brown, man. One of their top guys, number 1 over there. Or Kelvin Brown.
Kelvin Brown, yeah. Kelvin's made some plays. He had the one-handed catch earlier in the first half. That was amazing.
Big third down for the Wildcats. They're 3rd and 14 from their own 46 or 47-yard line.
Third down, big play. Gage Screws, the quarterback for Baldwin, he's probably got 350 yards passing tonight, Kyle.
Yeah, he's throwing it around the park.
Screws in the shotgun, takes a snap, looking to throw. He's under pressure. He gets flushed out of there. He's got to run. He's looking to run now, and he's going to be chased by Case Foster, but he's going to get the first down. As Screws finally scrambled out of there that time, he looked and looked and looked and gave it up and went down the field, and he's going to get the first down. They're going to be in Wildcat territory. They say he went out of bounds before the first down, though. 4th down. They say he went out of bounds right there. I didn't think he did.
I couldn't tell. It's on the far sideline, on the Baldwin sideline. Like, yeah, he's going to be short, 3 yards.
Yeah, 4th down and 3 now. I gave him the first down because it looked like he ran well past the marker, but they mark it at the 42. And they call it 4th down. It's a long 3.
Watch 2 coming out the backfield this side right here, Mike.
Screws takes the snap. They run it to him, like you said, but the Cats all over it. The pass was deflected at the line of scrimmage, and he did make the catch, but the Cats, Kel Cruz, Seth Chestnut there, they clean him up, and that's going to be a turnover on down.
Yeah, the Wildcats was all over that, man. They tried to set up a little screen to their best player, number 2, Nashon Jacobs right here, and Kel Cruz and Seth Chestnut just didn't have any of it.
They didn't have any of it, and it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Cats going the other way.
Huge stop for your defense right there.
Yeah, man, that was big time. Big time play. And
well, let's run some clock, Mike, and get out of here with a W, man.
I'm still shocked that Screws didn't get the first down on that scramble. I thought he got out, but
Owen didn't argue it on that side.
No, they didn't. A little toss sweep to the right side. This is going to be Nick Williams, and Nick Williams is going to be hitting the backfield. Register looked like he had an option on that play and tossed it out there to Williams at the last moment, and it's going to be a 3-yard loss, but the clock will run.
Yeah, that was a little zone read option. We pitch it out there, and great play by the Baldwin defender.
Phillies 10-2 going to the 8th inning, Kyle. You feel good about us clinching the postseason tonight?
I'm pretty sure you can pop that bottle of champagne, Mike, but that one's all but over.
All righty. Well, you never know, so I'm not going to quite celebrate just yet. But
did you see my Braves are not 1-1 in the 9th and lost 9-1?
That's crazy, isn't it? I'll tell you a story in a second. This is going to be a zone read, and Register is going to be bottled up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, but the clock's our friend right now, Mike. It's 5:40 and counting right here. I think that's kind of what we're doing. We're going to run the ball, run clock, and trust this defense.
Phillies have 14 hits tonight. How you feel about that? That's good.
That's good. Yep. Hard to lose when you got 14 hits, Mike.
And they only have 3. That's even better. Timeout on the field here for the mid-quarter break. It's going to be 5.5 minutes to go when we come back. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. You're listening to Wildcat Football on WFBB.
Did you know that walking just 10,000 steps a day helps keep you healthy? And it's easy. 20 minutes of grocery shopping is 1,600 steps. Daily housework is 270. Taking a half-hour walk during lunch, around 4,000 steps. You can see how this adds up. 10,000 steps will find you a healthy weight and even reduce your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and stroke. Feeling healthier starts with the first step. A message from the Florida Department of Health.
Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing is located in Glen St. Mary, building trust with quality work and dependability. Wildcat Radio is happy to be partnered with Robbie Foster and Foster's General Contracting this year. Foster's General Contracting and Plumbing, your hometown full-service plumbing and general contracting company. We're here to serve all your new construction or remodeling needs, both residential and commercial. Do you have plumbing needs? We do service calls and offer free estimates for any repair, big or small. Call us anytime, 904-653-1136. That's Foster's General Contracting. You can also go online to fostersgeneralcontracting.com. Locally owned and operated and has proudly served Baker County since 2006. Let's go Wildcats.
Third down play here. Register takes the snap. Hudson registers under pressure. He pump faked at the line of scrimmage that time. Oh, he's got a man wide open. He's wide open. Kyle Hudson Hodges catches it at the 35, 30, 25. Hudson Hodges to the end zone, and the Wildcats are going to score again.
Unbelievable, man. Wide open over the middle of the field. Register hits him in stride. It looked like a repeat from earlier in the game, Mike.
I think the pump fake at the line of scrimmage sold it, but I thought Register was going to get sacked. He got away from the sack, and he's able to get the pass out there to Hudson Hodges, and he takes it all the way. Hudson Hodges is piling up the yardage tonight.
Yeah, him and Register both are piling up the yardage tonight. We threw the ball around the yard tonight, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know who's got more yardage. I mean, 95 yards we got on one play. That was another 57 on this play.
Yep, big night for Hudson Hodges.
45 points on the scoreboard now for the Cats on homecoming night, 45-24 over the Indians.
I bet Big Brother's proud. That is his little brother, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, Cooper. You say Cooper's here tonight, Mike?
He was here earlier. I don't see him down there anymore.
They're leaving. I guess they won't leave till what, Sunday to go to Buffalo?
Yeah, probably Saturday. Probably Saturday, I would think.
I'm not really looking forward to that game either, Mike.
Well, I mean, if you're a team, I mean, it's early in the season, so I mean, you gotta. I mean, it's early in the season, so you gotta think about everything optimistically, Kyle. Yeah. Unless you're in Gainesville or Tallahassee, but I mean, the Jaguar. I mean, you got 17 games in the NFL. You can't give up after week 2. They need to go make a showing up there in Buffalo.
Yeah,
I realize it's a tough place to play, but they need to go and make a showing if they,
desperately need a win. There's no doubt about it.
I hope we get to see Cooper in that game. I'd like to see him get some playing time. They gotta do some things on that offensive line for sure. Boatwright's going to kick this one away again, and he just nonchalantly goes over there and picks it up.
That's number 2, though.
Jacobs, he's a ball player, and he brings it back to the 26-yard line, and Baldwin will have it there, 1st and 10. But they've got a big hill to climb now. Wildcats 45-24. That last touchdown pass to Hudson Hodges might have just sealed their fate. I'm pretty sure it did, but you hate to speak before, what did they say? What Yogi Berra used to say?
Well, these Wildcat fans think that because they're piling out of here, Mike. We got a 5:05 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
5:05, 5 minutes, 5 seconds, and we'll be out of here. Next week we'll be on the road, taking it to Tallahassee to play Godby in a district contest. The Wildcats with a win tonight will move to 3-1, and that will be a district game next week. And we only have 3 games in the district this year, so each one of them is going to be very important, Kyle.
Yes, they are, Mike. And I think this Baldwin team challenged these Wildcats tonight. They got some good athletes.
They just ran a little draw play here as Jacob stayed back there with Screws, and the Wildcats were coming up the field, and Jacob just ran right by them to the 45 on the draw play.
Number 30 again, Case Foster makes the tackle well down the field.
Old school draw play. You don't see that play very much anymore, do you?
No, that's just out of the playbook.
Baldwin obviously still has it in there. 1st down and 10 now at the 45-yard line. Baldwin with the football, but they've got a big hill to climb. 21-point lead for the Cats, 45-24. Screws has the snap go through his hands. He's going to be under pressure back there. He gets away from it, though. Gage Screws rolling to his right. looking to throw, fires one down the sideline. It's going to be incomplete. He avoided complete disaster on that play.
He did. He ran about 50 yards to get that throw off over here and overshot his guy, number 1 on the sideline.
Yeah, and he was dead to right in the backfield. I'm not sure if that was Mitchell that had him for a moment.
That was 21. That would have been
Hodges. Owen Hodges. He got away from it. I thought we had another sack. High school football, North Florida, beautiful night for football here. I tell you, you feel that just a little bit of chill tonight, Kyle. You feel it?
I feel it coming through the window, man. First time I felt it all year.
4:18 to go in the ball game. Cats with a big lead. 2nd down and 10. Screws looking to throw. Draw play again. He's got Jacobs, and Jacobs is going to get down the field and get another first down for Baldwin. The draw plays worked twice, caught the Wildcats off guard.
Yeah, Landers missed a tackle out there. Rhett Rodham comes up to clean it up.
Clock's down 10.
Clock is ticking, though, Mike. We're going under 4 minutes.
Thank goodness, Kyle. I've enjoyed this game with you up here tonight, but I got to tell you, I'm ready to go. First down and 10. Screws takes it. This is just a straight give. They're going to pick up 2 or 3 on the carry. Straight ahead, Chestnut, Mitchell, and Cruz there. 2nd down, 7. 3:35 to go in the game. Wildcats going to get a big win here tonight.
Yep.
Much needed win.
I would call Baldwin kind of a little rival. They're 10 miles down the road.
No. Yeah, they're 10 miles up the road, Kyle. That pass is incomplete down the left sideline. Well, somebody was saying that to me earlier, you know, historically going way back, we didn't play Baldwin. They were just up the road, but we didn't play them. And they were always lower classification, and we were higher classification. The last 10 years, though, they've been in the district a couple times, and we've had a couple of playoff games with them. But, I mean, I guess you could call it a rivalry, Kyle. But, I mean, I'll be honest. I was talking to Bruce Ruiz. Bruce Ruiz, good friend. He's over there in Baldwin, and his son BJ used to coach here with the Wildcats and over at Baldwin too.
Insurance agent now, I believe.
Yeah, I'll just say this though, and I'm not meaning this to slight anybody. I know Mike Rogers is going to be mad when I say this, but they haven't won enough against us for us to be a rivalry. They just haven't, and that's no knock on Baldwin. They've had some good teams and some good players here.
Yeah, great 25-40 right here, man.
Yeah, I hate to see this though. Screws is
he's
down.
He's played a heck of a game.
Yeah, I hate to see that. That was 40 again on the sack for the Cats, but
Tyrell Jackson,
tough tackle there for Screws, and he's going to be looked at here. Hopefully he's all right.
This kid's played a great game tonight, man. He's been running for his life, making throws on the run. You hate to see him hurt here at the end of the game.
Yeah. You hate to see that. And I know Mike Rogers will take that the wrong way. He's going to say, what are you talking about? Hopefully he turned it off by now. But
surely. Mike's a little sensitive on that, especially about his Bulldogs. Is he the same way about the Baldwin?
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not slighting Baldwin. They've had some really good teams and some really good players, but every time we've had a chance to in the playoffs, we've gotten the win, in the past few years. And I think they got one against us in the regular season several years ago. But, I mean, for the most part, we've had the wins against Baldwin.
Yeah, looks like Screws is up. Mike walking to the sideline over here, so I think he should be all right.
JT Riamuto hit a home run, just so you know, to make it 12-2 Phillies. So
just call the game.
You don't call the game, Kyle. There's no mercy rule in Major League Baseball. Would you like an update on the Braves score?
If you don't mind.
It is getting late, and the Marlins have taken it 4-3 over the Braves.
Yes, that's not good for my Atlanta Braves. The Mets winning?
They're playing the Phillies. They're losing. That's 12-2.
Not good.
Nebraska's got a 7-point lead over Illinois at halftime of that ball game. That's a top 25 matchup, believe it or not, tonight.
Give us something to watch when we get home, huh?
I mean, I don't know if we'll ever leave here. I could actually dial it up right here if you want me to.
Here we go, Mike. It's 4th down and very long. It's going to be 4th and about 25.
Yeah, call it 4th and 25. They're at the 47-yard line, and if they don't get this first down, the Wildcats will be able to kneel this thing out, and we can get out of here. 45-24 ball games. Backup quarterback's in there. He's a left-hander, and he's just going to run with it, but you can't run. He won't be able to run that many yards.
And that was Farnham, the backup quarterback, but that'll be a turnover on downs. I don't know if he realized it was 4th and 35.
Yeah. Now, that's another thing going through this season, and we're going to have to keep Register healthy because I'm pretty sure Davion Dean would have been your backup.
Yeah.
And he's out. He's out for the year now. So we'll keep an eye on that. I don't know if Mallory.
You're listening to Wildcat Football on 97.5 FM WFBB. This radio station is a ministry of Glen Baptist Church in Glen St. Mary, Florida. We're blessed to air Baker County Wildcat Football live each week, and it's our hope that you enjoy the program. We know that life is busy, work, school, football, running errands around, but in the midst of the busyness, we all need a church home that brings the stability upon which you can build your life. If you're looking for a church home where you can grow in Christ and community, we would love to invite you to worship with us every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Check us out on our website at glenbaptist.org or on Facebook, where you can access church info and content and even watch worship services. At Glen, you get dynamic music, gospel-centered expository preaching, and a wonderful faith community. Come grow with us.
Under 2 minutes to go here at Memorial Stadium, and Kyle, I think you kicked me off the air there, but either way, we're back, and just so you know, Mike Rogers said he was still listening. So.
Yeah, well, hey, I thought it was past Mike's bedtime. Mike, if you're still listening, like I said, I apologize about the sensitive comment. You're not only about the Bulldogs.
First down and 10 now. Register in the shotgun. Register takes the snap. We're going to run this thing out here and pile it down to the 37-yard line. It'll be 1.5 minutes to go. But, Kyle, this is a win the Wildcats needed tonight. Baldwin fought back to make it a 24-17 game there in the third quarter, and they had a lot of momentum. But this Cat team really showed a lot of heart in the way they played and pulled this thing out the way they did to make it a 45-24 game here very late. And I said it, man. We saw everything that we could see in this ball game. I mean, we had onside kicks by both teams, interceptions. We had fumbles. We had a 95-yard pass and catch for the Wildcats. We had a 40-yard field goal. I mean, what else can you see in this ball game? We had a punt return that was dazzling by Chase Phillips. I mean, everything that you can imagine. And when I say everything in this game, I mean, when I say everything in this game, Kyle, it was both teams. I mean, you saw highlight catches on the Baldwin side. And even here late, with 39 seconds to go, the Wildcats going to fumble it away and let Baldwin have one more crack with the football. But there's only 39 seconds, and we've got a 21-point lead.
Yeah, you've seen it all night. And I think the Wildcats needed this tonight, really, Mike. Going into this 4-game road stretch, I mean, you got Pontevedra, Godby, Swanee. I mean, you got some games coming up, man. You needed to be tested. You needed to see when the momentum went the way you didn't want it to go. Can you bounce back? I think the Wildcats answered a lot of questions tonight.
Yeah.
They answered the bell.
Yeah. Yeah, that Pontevedra game, you know, that'll be an interesting one. They're actually ranked in the top 10 area teams, you know, so that'll be a test for the Cats. But we need to go win that district game next week at Godby. That's a game the Wildcats need to go win to set the tone in the district early. You always want to win your first district game of the year, and we'll have a chance to go do that next week at Godby.
If Baldwin's still running their best player out here, I'm not real sure why. I believe I'd get him out the game at this point. But, yeah, I hope these Wildcat fans travel with us to Godby next week, Mike. We're going to need them there, and I know it's a long ride, but come support these Wildcats.
Chase Phillips checked out there. Looks like he caught a cramp there toward the end of the ball game.
He needs some pickle juice, Mike.
Pickle juice. Wildcats going to get the win tonight, though. This thing's under 10 seconds, and Baldwin's going to let it go. Kyle, the Wildcats improved to 3-1 on the season, and Baldwin's going to fall to 2-3. And we'll have a big week next week on the road facing Tallahassee Godby. Kyle, give me your final thoughts on tonight's ball game.
I thought the Wildcats answered the bell every time they was challenged tonight. That the defense made a play or the offense made a big passing play. I thought they threw the ball well, which is going to open up the run. You need to put that on film that we can throw the ball around the yard a little bit, man. very impressed with this Wildcat football team so far. Bouncing off the Bradford loss, the tough game we had, the opening game of the season. I thought they'd come back strong. We got a lot to be excited about.
Yeah, I mean, we were challenged defensively for the first time that we've really seen tonight with some of that passing game that Gage Screws did. But, I mean, he really needed a lot of help from the receivers on some outstanding catches. I'm not saying that we didn't give up some plays. We did.
Yep.
But when they needed it, the defense was able to get it done. Baldwin fought it back, had a 7-point lead in that third quarter. We were able to break it back up, and we win by 21.
Total team effort. I'll say defense, offense, special teams, man. You can't leave that out. Special teams was outstanding in it.
Yeah, I mean, when we go back and look at this thing, if you ever went back and watched this on film, you'd see just about everything you can imagine seeing in a high school football game. It's been wild, it's been long, and it's been fun. But, Kyle, the Wildcats win it. We go 3-1 on the year, and we'll head to Tallahassee, Godby next week to take on Tallahassee on the road. And I'll hope for you that your Seminoles get a win tomorrow. If you'll hope for me that my Gators get it.
I'll do the same. But I'm to the point I'm pulling for both of us now.
Special thanks to my buddy Corey back there at the station, Glen Baptist Church, and all they do to keep Wildcat football on the radio. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.